Up and running once again. How we all doing tonight? Chat room right here.
Sometimes I wonder when I look up and close my eyes.
All right. So. We're just going to go right into finishing up some of these daily tasks. Pull up Twitch on my phone so I can actually keep up on the chat room. Hey, Salvin. Good to see you. Good event snag. Nice. All right. So, Spec Ops is done. Did you get both legs of Spec Ops, or did you only get one? Only because I can't remember what everybody did. Can you see, Wild, what it says? And if you could whisper it to me, that'd be awesome. Can you see what it says that my actual Skype name is? Not the label, but the Skype name. Because I have two, and I can never remember which one's which. Looks like I'm frozen again. Not frozen, but it's going to be one of those nights. I can tell. Alright, we're going to nuke that. We go over here. We're going to delete that folder like you're supposed to. And we're going to empty the trash. Start that back up. Yeah, okay. First class and forward. I'm with you. I got you. Let me check my Skype here. No, which means I'm logged into the wrong Skype address. Of course. Oh boy. Alright, I think I know what the other Skype address is. So lame. No, log into another. Dummy. Do this later. No, sign out. This is the Windows 10 app. Yes, I can. I did not receive your Skype. Oh boy. Here. Yeah, that works. I got that. Here, actually we can probably make this work. Yeah, try that, Wild. Yeah, I know you've been trying to sell me on the Line app. I generally don't have problems with Skype if I remember which address I log into. Okay, I'll take a look here. For some reason, it's like my Skype isn't really working. I don't know what it is. Unless it sent it to, jeez, give me, try this. Let's see if that works. Oh God, sometimes. Okay, so yeah, I haven't gotten anything from you yet. Yep. I don't know, man. I didn't get a contact request from you. I got nothing. You send a whisper by /W, and then the name of the person, and then you can type in an address. Yeah, I'm sure it's this Windows 10 app, man. I have no idea. I'll have to figure it out. Maybe I'll need to download the regular Skype and.
You draw me in, and I can't slow down. No, can you feel it too? There ain't no stopping now. Feet off the ground, head to the sky.
I can do that.
Yeah,
all right.
wind by my side. You in my vision, directly we collide. You pull me in, I don't resist. Time seems to fly, but the clock doesn't tick. I crash into you, we both feel the hit, we both feel the weight.
Again, what? Send it to you again? It's /W. So not that slash, but the other one. Okay, so whisper your account name to me, because I don't know it off the top of my head. Oh, you know what you probably didn't do is you probably didn't, let me see here. Yeah, you probably didn't search the Skype directory. You probably just tried to add me via email. Just search the Skype directory for my username, which is that email address that I had sent to you already. Nope. It's /W. You forgot the slash. So it's all right. I will try that. I'm headed for you. Foot on the gas. I'm coming straight at you. No looking back. I'm going to try again because it says we couldn't find anyone in the Skype directory that matched that. And I just did a cut and paste. Alright, let's see if it's this. Yes, I think I've got you. I'm showing two of them, but I think this is yours. So I just did an invite. Yeah, that looks like you. Hey, all right. All right, so that worked. I'm trying to call you. Hey there. Oh, geez, you're coming through my speakers instead of my headphones. Oh, God. You can hear me though, right?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
All right, so let me try to fix that because that's a little crazy. Where do I do that? The new Skype. All right.
I just pulled out some scripts on my computer.
Hold on a second. For some reason, because I have no access. Well, I wonder if I have access to Skype settings through. There. You know, in some ways, I kind of really hate Windows 10. Alright, so I have to do this so I can actually hear you. Let's see.
When you do that, I'm gonna check my webcam.
Alright, not a problem. Where is my Skype settings? I see you now. I'm doing okay, except again, the audio to this call is coming through. I have an idea. It's coming through the speakers rather than the headphones, which is going to be a problem. Yeah, well, again, I think it's a Windows 10 thing. So let's see. Go. Come on, sounds, communications, don't care about that, but the playback, I need to set that as default communications device, and now I can hear you through the headphones. All right.
Oh, perfect.
Great. So now we just got to get your face onto the webcast. So let's see if I can do this. See if OBS is going to let me.
Yeah, the first time we did it went flawlessly. You did it in like 5 seconds.
I know, yeah. So I'm going to add a window capture. And we're going to add the Skype video. Inner window. Oh, and it's not working, really? Is it really? So I am like, I think I know exactly what's going on here. This is another one of those things where Microsoft, you're considered to be in a Metro app, and Microsoft does not allow that. So they don't allow for video capture of that app. So I'm presuming everybody can hear you.
Yeah. Hello, everybody.
And I think that's the case, but so we're going to try a different thing. We're going to try a video capture device. That's not going to work.
Well, it should work. That's what I use on my camera in OBS.
Yeah, it's not letting me because it's actually thinking. Yeah, it's presuming that's a camera, not the program.
Ah, okay.
So the only other thing I could do is I can't even do that. It won't capture it. You know what I could do? This might work. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I'm going to try it.
What are you trying?
Oh, but okay. It's there. Oh, jeez. Okay. You're full screen now.
Yeah, you got a huge face of me. Eh?
That is not what I
wanted to do.
Hello, Kurt. We could do this. Oh my God, I can't even believe we're. And then I'll pull this and take it out of full screen. Come on.
There you go.
Well, I gotta take it out of full screen. There we go. And we could do this.
A huge Peter. Yes, I'm unshaven. Awesome.
So I can do that. And that's about as much as we're gonna get.
Yeah. Oh no, I disappeared.
No, I see you. You should still be there.
I'm not there on the stream anymore.
Oh, really? Because in my OBS you're showing.
Okay. Weird. I'm not showing on the stream.
Well, because it's a monitor capture, so it should capture everything. Hey, can you guys see Wild?
Now I can see myself.
Now you can.
Yeah, but when you had it, full screen the game, I couldn't.
Oh, you're delayed, which is why I didn't know what you were talking about. You like what you see on the screen from mine is delayed by 15 seconds or something like that.
Ah, okay.
That's why I had no idea what you were talking about. No, it was working fine.
Yeah, Riselvin. You see me now.
Yep. So, all right, let me turn down this god-awful music. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, by the way. Dude, I was trying to listen to your last stream, the one I missed on Thursday, I think. No, on Wednesday. And literally, I was like, I couldn't hear anything because, on YouTube, it, muted the whole video, man. Literally, the whole video. Yeah, the whole video, man.
Oh, man. So I knew they were going to mute some of it. So
yeah. In the old parts, it's muted like maybe 5% total. Some parts here and there, but like the last video was like the whole video was muted.
And that probably, I think that differs based on what country you're watching it from too, because there are different licensing issues within each country.
Crazy stuff, man.
Yeah, it sucks. So
anyway, yes, I saw X-Men Apocalypse, and I won't spoil it for you, but it was a strong 4.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they basically took some artistic freedoms, but I don't mind that as long as they make a good story and don't go overboard like they did with, Baron Zemo. Yeah, and again, Quicksilver makes an awesome appearance, like last time.
Right, yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, they're really sticking it to Marvel that they can make a good Quicksilver.
Well, and Quicksilver really was, that whole scene from Days of Future Past with him in... disabling everybody and moving the bullets and everything was amazing. It was just great.
Yeah, it was crazy nice. And in this movie had a highlight or two, just because, they're showing the finger to Marvel Studios.
Right. So did they do any post-credits stinger scenes? They did.
That's where I learned my friends are no comic book readers.
Okay.
Yeah, it was an Easter egg basically for, people who actually read the comics.
Yep.
Because they actually, all the studios except, Marvel Studios, staying true to the franchise.
Right.
Anyway, basically it was a few dudes that came into the Weapon X program, took out a vial of Weapon X blood, put it into an attaché, and when they closed it, it said the Essex Group.
Oh, nice.
Indeed.
Good, because that was the obvious one where they have to deal with him at some point.
Yeah, basically, Mr. Sinister is a creation by Apocalypse as well, so it makes perfect sense.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely, I love
great. That's great.
Yeah, basically, it was finally, I would say finally, but a real Easter egg for, real comic book readers. They're throwing a bone to, the fan core.
Right.
Instead of, polluting the story to, make a buck extra from, more viewage.
Right. Yeah.
And Deadpool has shown us you don't have to pollute the story to make a buck.
Right. I just, man, it really would be nice if they could just figure out the licensing thing, so we don't have to worry about the cross pollination. It just, if the Marvel Studios wants to use Wolverine, let them use Wolverine. If they want to use the Fantastic Four, let them use the Fantastic Four. I know there's, or how about this? How about just Sony make a good Fantastic Four movie? Can we do that? Or not Sony, 20th Century Fox. But
Reese Alvin makes a good point here. Harley Quinn's getting her own movie.
Yeah.
Yo-Yo Stick. And they're going to concentrate on the female heroes and villains in it. And basically, we touched upon this subject before, and it's even more true now that Supergirl has moved over to the CW network.
So happy about that.
Yeah, I'm a bit sad about it, but I'm also happy because I'm sad because it won't get $3 million budget per episode anymore.
Right.
So the special effects will go down, which was one of the things I loved about it, a true superhero TV series.
Right.
But they're getting into the same universe now, and they already announced a huge crossover for December with all 4 titles: Arrow, DC, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, and Flash. And if you think about it, I don't know if you have seen the latest Legends of Tomorrow episode, but they're setting up for Justice League of America in it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and they're doing it so much better than Superman versus Batman as well.
Yeah. I think when Smallville was around, when they were talking doing a Justice League movie at that point, and that was before they had cast Henry Cavill as Superman. I was like, why wouldn't you use Tom Welling? Like, he was great. He was great at the time, and same with the heroes that are on TV now.
He did.
So, Idiot Stick, hey, how you doing? The four show crossover, yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about that one.
Yeah, I my only concern at all really is the whole Legends of Tomorrow thing. I just at some point, and I think they're probably there, but at some point you can't just fight Vandal Savage forever. He's not going to be compelling enough.
Yeah, basically with the end of season 1, it seems that they're done with the Randall Savage plot.
Right.
I won't say anymore because some people might not have seen the last episode. But the thing about it though is that's why they're setting up for Justice League of America, because if you think about it, they have most of the characters already assembled. Basically Supergirl / analog for Superman, Arrow analog for Batman.
Yeah.
Then you have Flash. Then you have Atom, you have Firestorm, you have Hawkgirl and Hawkman. So they have the core of the Justice League already in the TV series.
Yeah, I mean, even if you just count Green Arrow a little bit, because Green Arrow was an early member of the Justice League. He was like the 7th member, but still, the fact that they've pretty much got it. The only thing that they were missing, well, I don't know. I was going to say the only thing they'd be missing would be like a cyborg equivalent, who wasn't in the original Justice League anyway, but they're pushing him. It could be great. It could be really good. They just don't have an Aquaman, right?
Yeah, but who knows, man? I'm just happy with where they're going with the stories, and then they have Suicide Squad coming up as well. So it's good stuff, man. Good stuff.
I'm definitely looking forward to Suicide Squad. That should be a lot of fun.
One point about that. My point is made a little bit by the superstars of Hollywood. You can see Natalie Portman doesn't play in Marvel MCU anymore. Same with Gwyneth Paltrow, but as you can see in DC, the big names are moving over there, like, for example, Will Smith.
Well, what's funny is I'm hoping he's great in this, but when I heard he was playing Deadshot, it was like, I don't know. Because I like Will Smith, I just don't think that's the right part for him. But I don't have a different part for him. I couldn't suggest something else. Necessarily. So, I hope he's great. I hope that I get in, see the movie, and just go, okay, fine, he's cool. I have no issue with this.
It's Will Smith.
Yeah. So, let's see. Vesson came back into the chat room. Good to see you again. I'm presuming everybody is pretty much done with Spec Ops. Spec Ops is done in and of itself. The one thing I wanted to ask you about, because I'm still a little unclear on this. Why do we need to finish Spec Ops on time?
Afterwards, it will use energy instead of the conflicted directives.
Right, but
no free energy anymore.
Right, yeah, okay, but that's the only reason, though, right? Is the energy?
Yes.
Because it's kind of, I was pushing to get it done in time, and then I went, well, if all I'm doing is doing Spec Ops anyway, I'm spending energy. It doesn't matter what kind of energy for me, because I'm not spending a whole lot of time doing the other stuff. So yeah, it's just that whole time limit thing for Spec Ops has always felt a little strange to me, because it's not really real.
Basically, if you're farming a mission 3 in Spec Ops 1, it takes 51 energy and it goes pretty fast. It's
right.
4, 9 energy and 115, so you can do it twice and blow 3 energy, because you will regenerate 3 energy in the time you do both. It takes 20 minutes maybe, 25, and then you blow your energy for that day and farmed some. So, I find it pretty nice farming on the sides for the energy. Sure. So I actually enjoy having the extra energy for the Spec Ops.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Salvin's saying John Stewart's Green Lantern would be a good role for Will Smith. Maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I could see him playing John Stewart. Although, it's funny. The person I could see playing John Stewart even more is the dude from Arrow. John.
Oh, no.
You don't think so?
Diggle. No, I don't.
Diggle.
Yeah, I don't like the character, which is why I probably dislike the idea. But yeah, he could probably do a Green Lantern well, actually. Jon Stewart well as well.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like the character, Spartan and just putting on Hellman. It's I don't like the team synergy going on at all in Arrow. DC Legends of Tomorrow is doing it right, Arrow is doing it wrong. Just internal drama everywhere, and it's like, oh, I beat you up and you learn my secret. Okay, join my team. It's and then you become a ninja in one day.
Yeah, it is a little strange. They came from a place. Arrow came from a place of just so much darkness that you don't have any lighthearted fun at all in that show. Exactly. It's really just the most you can hope for is to fall in love with somebody else on the team, and then you'll break up with them and they'll die, or something. But more often than not, they'll die. It's just whether or not they'll stay dead.
Oh, and best news ever! Fish Mooney is back!
Oh God, that whole thing was incredible. That was incredible.
Yeah. Dude, when they raised that, evil villain, that crappy actor, crappy villain type, Azrael or whatever his name.
Yeah. Yep.
I was like, no, don't bring back the worst villain of all times. Bring back Fish Mooney. And then they heard my prayers. I was like, yes.
Well, I was really surprised. I didn't think they were going to bring her back. And then when she didn't fall for when she retained her memories. Mm-hmm. She goes, I'm Fish Mooney. It's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, that was an awesome comment, man.
Yep. Yeah,
dude.
that was the second female reveal of the week that threw me last week. The first one was Game of Thrones on Sunday night,
Oh yeah,
where
definitely.
Daenerys comes out and she's going, "I'm the mother of dragons. What do you got to say now?"
To be fair, I'm getting a bit tired of her always winning, an army wherever she goes. Okay, the first time, okay, the second time, but now a third time, it's like, come on, it's getting old.
It's like it's destiny.
Oh, by the way, Sansa Stark is actually playing Jean Grey.
I heard that. And is she any good at it?
Yeah, she's actually very nice. I actually found it very enjoyable.
Okay, good, because I was a little worried about that. I saw she was cast, and I just wasn't sure how much of a crossover she'd be.
Yeah, basically she's not doing any, stellar performances, but it's not bad either. So, enjoyable, and she's hot, so it's okay.
Yeah, fair enough. Yep. So, Salvin is saying, let's see, doing Ant-Man hurts my progress because I can't use the real energy to get allies to join me. Oh, okay. Because you still can't do ally team-ups.
Yeah, so you don't get conflicted directives for what's it called, for the Spec Ops.
Right. And then
basically, I do it because I'm already done with Spec Ops 2, and Spec Ops 2 have bad farming spots in a way.
Yep.
So basically, I just get whatever conflicted directives I get, and every 2 or 3 days I blow through the energy and do the Spec Ops 2 for free, the directives I have.
Right. So did you finish? Did you have both heroes?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let me tell you, I had some problem with the Ironmans as well, man.
Oh, they're terrible. They were so hard.
Yeah, they are a bit overtuned, perhaps, in comparison to the rest of the whole Spec Ops, both paths.
Right. And it looks like my Avengers Alliance might be stuck again. This is really starting to annoy me.
It looks like it's loading.
Yeah, it does, but it just doesn't progress, I don't think.
Okay, yeah.
942. Yeah.
I see. Anyway, so yeah, I actually got them both, my Captain America and Civil War Captain America and Iron Man up, so I'm going to do some spotlights on them.
Nice.
Yeah, I just had to start them up to at least 2 stars and, get them up to level 30. So I will be making some character spotlights for them later on. And, so far I've already used Captain America Civil War in, free attack teams. And he's pretty okay in it. He helps out with the hybrid tanks like, Moon Knight and Luke Cage if you're specking for more DPS.
Okay.
So yeah, he's definitely doing good work, and it looks like Civil War Captain America. Okay, Idrisic, see you in 15 man. It looks like Civil War Iron Man. You need to 4-star his protectability to get it to work properly.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm thinking, in between, I'm probably going to be working on my Luke Cage Iron Fist, getting them leveled up more properly, because I did the bare minimum to get through that Spec Ops. but the next thing I probably am going to want to take a look at is an actual free attack team.
Yeah, same here, man.
It looks like fun. just watching the attacks bang back and forth.
Yeah, I had lots of fun with my free attack team actually, and when I did the Luke Cage character spotlight, I was actually shocked. Because I always take them into 3.6 heroics because, it's the hardest heroics.
Right.
And it was the easiest time I ever had of, heroics 3.6. I was like shocked, man. I was like, oh my god, this is so easy. Holy crap, man. Also, I'm thinking of making a secondary, team for PvE, for chapter 4, and doing a free attack team.
Gotcha. I'm sorry. I got to pull something else up here, because.
Yeah, exactly. That was what I was thinking as well. Instead of using, I was using Age of Ultron Hawkeye, but I'll skip him and use Star-Lord instead. Actually.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, he can apply off balance as well AoE, but he has better synergy with the team because you can go with Frenzy on your whole team as well.
Right. So so in your ideal free attack team, it's Star-Lord, Iron Fist, and
Luke Cage.
I'm sorry, who else? Moon Knight?
No, Luke Cage.
Oh, Luke Cage. It is. Okay.
Yeah, I really don't like Moon Knight because if you're gonna play him to his strengths, that means you should have him as a secondary tank, not a primary tank. And I only have slots for one tank.
Gotcha. So, hey, I have a little bit of news for the webcast. It seems as though there was an interview done over at Marvel.com where they did an interview with the lead game designer of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And where is it? I'm looking for it here. He basically mentioned this stream in his interview. Basically, he was asked the question, and how do players like Spec Ops events? And this is the first worldwide event, right? And he said, correct. This is the first major worldwide event. We've heard lots of positive things from players and some really entertaining Twitch streamers like Kurtstable and from the Helicarrier have really helped drive the player engagement and provided a lot of feedback.
Dude, I'm getting yelly, man.
So I will say that I have heard from developers who have to remain anonymous that they pay attention to all of it. They pay attention to your YouTube stuff. They pay attention to From the Helicarrier. They pay attention to this Twitch stream. And they just can't reveal themselves.
You just trying to soothe my yelly conscience here.
No, I'm serious.
Dude, it doesn't matter. You know what? I got an awesome comment on one of my YouTube videos yesterday.
Awesome.
He was like, oh, I just found your channel. You're like Kingfisher 745, but for MAA2.
Oh, that's awesome. That is so cool, especially since Kingfisher is doing MAA2.
Yeah, I know. Okay, he's just done like 3 videos. I've done like 70 or something. But the thing about it is, I told him, wow, that's high praise indeed. Because Kingfisher 745 has been doing YouTube for like forever.
Yes.
MAA1.
Yep. So the guys in the chat room are going a little nutty on all that. That's cool. Yeah. So the key to this is they do pay attention. They do pop in when they can, but they can't tell us who they are. And I have a little bit of information, but I can't reveal any of that myself because then if I do, that dries up. What I can say is that I sent them a bunch of questions. And I sent them a bunch of questions suggestions from Reddit and from here, and they responded. So what I wanted to do is kind of go through them because they actually responded to them point by point. So, so one of the first suggestion that they had was remove the energy at the end of the battle or on user hard close instead of at the beginning of the battle to reduce lost resources from bugs.
Yeah, I saw that on the Reddit. It's not a bad idea, especially with some people still having crash issues.
Right. And their response was, a tweak to this will be coming soon. We don't want people to lose energy from crashes loading into the fight, so essentially in PvE, it will be at the beginning as mentioned. So they're planning on doing that.
Nice.
So that'll be awesome.
Thumbs up, developers.
No kidding. So the second one was higher ISO crystal storage. Now that's
that would be awesome.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Their response is yes, it's an annoying point. It's a balance between client restrictions and user experience. We'll make some changes, but it's not a high priority at the moment. So we're just going to have to manage our resources a little bit better is what it looks like for a while.
I started leveling up characters to level 30 just to get rid of 8 ISOs, man.
I know. I loaded. I did the same thing with Falcon and with Winter Soldier.
Basically somewhere to put all. Yeah, exactly. ISO mules. It's like somewhere to put some good ISOs for the future.
Yep. All right. So let's see. The ability to sell ISO crystals at the end of a battle. So when you get your list of all of your rewards, if you've got ISO crystals in there, the suggestion was be able to click sell on those right then instead of having to go to that separate screen.
Mm-hmm.
And their response was, this is a great suggestion, something we've talked about, just need the proper flow created. So that could happen.
Yeah, I hope so, because basically when you're going through Spec Ops is when you get drowned in crap ISOs.
Yep.
It's like, come on, stop it.
Mechanism to change hero abilities just before a battle. Now I don't know how exactly that would end up working, but basically they said this is definitely something a lot of us would like, but it's just a huge technical hurdle, and it's on their backlog.
What was the question again?
They want the person who suggested this wants the ability to where the heck did it go? Oh, it wants a mechanism to change the hero abilities just before the battle.
Wow, yeah, that's probably going to be a hard code to do.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to do. But so it's on the backlog, but there's no way it's a high priority.
Yeah, because basically it's a lot of back-end work for just a small div for us, because you can go in and change it yourself.
Yep. So here's a minor suggestion: keep the wave number and total waves at the top throughout the battle. Doesn't disappear temporarily between waves. I actually hate that.
It does?
Yeah, it does. You have to wait until the villains are fully loaded, and the screen basically refreshes and it comes back, but it goes away in between.
But does it really matter? You see it anyway from wave to wave?
No, it's not a big deal. It's just that's when I want to look and see how many waves I've got left. When I finish a wave, I look up and I go, oh, I can't tell.
You wait like what 2 seconds?
No, well, that's why it's a minor thing. So let's see what they say. They said they have to wipe the screen between waves, but it could be updated. I'll talk to the UX team to see what they have to say.
Interesting. Yeah, before you say the answer, let us discuss it a bit, like we did this question here. It was really nice.
Yeah. So, so that's cool. Let's see what. Okay, so this was a PvP thing. The capacity in practice PvP to play against heroes of a certain level or matching your level. Some PvP trials are very hard to complete when you have to hit a PvP character that has lower speed and you only fight level 30 opponents. So basically more customization of the practice.
Not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea.
Especially considering there are some heroes that you need to win 5 PvP matches in a row.
Right.
As a trial.
Right.
And I haven't personally done it myself, so I can't tell you how hard it is. But I've heard from my Redditors over at MAA2 Reddit that it's horrible.
Yeah.
They hate it. They have to wait a whole PvP season and do it in the beginning.
Yep. And so their response was, that's a great idea. Sounds like a moderately big feature, but we can get it on the backlog. So they're not dismissing it, so that's good. Let's see.
I love that they are talking to us again. Basically, the only thing I have against Playdom is that they are so quiet as developers. They have no community manager that actually speaks to us about plans and patch and what's coming up and stuff like that. And for such a huge company as Playdom to not do that, it's really odd. But they're reaching out here at least, so somewhere it's coming.
and this honestly, this has been a relationship that I've been trying to build over time.
Good for you.
So I know, I know, like I said, I know they watch on occasion. They're not there every night. What we don't know is how many actually watch, because Twitch, when a guest is watching the stream, you can't tell. Mm-hmm. They don't show up in the chat room.
They're lurking.
Yeah. So, all right. So only a couple more, I think. This one came up in Reddit and was talked about a bit. An AP scouting mission.
Yeah, that's a really, really good idea. Basically, it's a fast version instead of having to farm with your energy for people who want to do it the fast way. but only do it like 2 or 3 times per day, but they can do it fast instead.
Right.
And also for the people who play a lot or farm a lot, it's a moderate extra income for them. And to be fair, since they play a lot, they need it because they're gearing up so many more heroes than the casual, person who does it on the scouting.
Right. Yeah,
Super good idea.
That could be a Sunday thing. It could be a once a week thing on Sunday, right?
Not
so
bad
their
idea.
response to that was, this was really close to happening, but we'll have a new option to get AP. Basically, you can spend gold to get scouting fights. So it just seemed easier to let you directly buy AP with gold. But we can always make changes to support this in different ways. So it feels like they're going to be playing around with that a little bit to find out what's going to be the best balance. I'm not sure gold is the right way.
Yeah, gold is not the right way. Basically, I get what they're saying because people use gold to save up gold for refilling of scouting markers on Saturdays for the silver.
Right.
So I get what they're saying here, but no, you should have a way in game besides having to farm specific missions or stuff like that to get AP. With the natural, regenerating energy of the game. And if you want to spend gold for it by, refilling the scouting meter, then you do it that way instead. Much better solution. And also probably a lot cheaper.
Yeah, I would think so. All right, and there was one more thing, and I definitely want your opinion on this. Autoplay.
Oh, no. Big no. Basically, I saw it on Reddit. I didn't... Basically, sometimes when it's hot topics on Reddit, I purposely stay out of it because I might influence the discussion with my own opinions. And when it's a hot topic, I try to stay out. And I did it on this one, but because my feeling is like the person who suggested it wanted autoplay, he wanted world bosses, etc. It's like, dude, if you want it, go play Marvel Future Fight. Okay?
Yeah, no kidding.
Like, come on, dude.
All right.
Instead of making this game into what it's not, let's try and embrace it for what it is.
Okay, so I'm with you. I'm completely with you on this. I don't like the idea of autoplay. However...
2 seconds. I just want to chime in a second again. It's like when I do my character spotlight, I try and embrace the hero for what it is and not try and make it into what it's not. And that things hold true in, all hobbies. Take it for what it is and, enjoy the positive aspect instead.
I'm with you. I completely agree with you. That being said,
yeah, it's going to be interesting to answer.
Their response was, "It's coming."
No. I hope it's just like sorting like they have in Galaxy of Heroes, Sim. You can just, play, Sim tickets or something like that. So you don't have it like, autoplay constantly. So if you're strapped for time, you can just, sim, up your energy, done.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah. So the response I got from our contact was, he's not a big fan of it either, but he has bosses. So it's coming. Hopefully it won't be. Hopefully it won't be terrible. I mean, I just there are too many, I actually did get into it on Reddit, and I think there are too many choices to make in the game to let me be comfortable relying on the computer to fight.
Yeah, that's actually true. Yeah, now that you say it, yeah, definitely. A skip option, sure, like in Galaxy of Heroes, but not an autoplay. Because, as you say, it's compared to, for example, Galaxy of Heroes, where every hero has the same abilities, and there's no tactical difference at all. In this game, it's like literally, I think it's like 10,000 combinations you can have. It would be a nightmare to, program it to begin with.
Right.
And, as you said, I wouldn't feel safe leaving it in the hands of stupid AIs.
Well, and somebody on Reddit said, well, maybe what happens is they first attack with your number 1 slot first, and then go to your number 2 slot. And I'm going, I don't want my fights going like that. That's not the way I play, and that's not. Now I have to rearrange all of my abilities to make them in the right turn order. That makes no sense.
Yeah, and basically no autoplay, guys. Skip
Yeah.
option sure for people who's squatted for time, or or maybe that's the wrong word, not squatted, but strapped for time, so you can just skip out up their energy, be done, go do something else. But
That
autoplay.
you mentioned that. That's not a terrible idea because
Yeah.
if you just need to get to the roulette at the end of the mission,
Yeah.
pay whatever to skip. Yeah. And maybe you don't get all the loot. That would make sense. I wouldn't want you necessarily to get all the items, but I think Future Fight does that too.
Yeah.
Like when you skip, you get certain things, but you don't get everything.
Yeah, exactly. You don't get expert characters, for example.
Right.
And let me see here, what else is it? Basically, you don't get expert characters. You don't get alliance contributions either. And that's pretty big because the alliance contributions gives you alliance XP to level up, and it also gives you a lot of clear tickets and gold and dimension debris and all that crap. So you lose probably 50%, I would say, on whole.
Right.
By skipping, but sometimes you have to do it in that game, for example, because that game takes a lot of time.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So Salvin's asking if we can ask about any info on obtaining past PvP rewards. If you're talking specifically the heroes, they're working on that. I have not been given any kind of a time frame or anything like that, but they know, particularly people who started playing just when the worldwide release happened, they missed out on the 2 PvP heroes prior. And I mean, not PvP, but the 2 PvP heroes plus the first Spec Ops, I think. Maybe not the first Spec Ops, but yeah, they are trying to figure the right way to do that, and I'm guessing that one of the discussions is probably, do we just make them pay 64 gold for it? Which I would hope would not be the case. I prefer like superior cells or special bonus superior cells. Maybe they cost 50 gold. I don't know, but I don't know how they're going to do that. I can't imagine they're just going to throw them into the superior cells. That just doesn't seem to be.
For most players, that would be a problem because that would mean they have a very low chance of actually getting them in a foreseeable future.
Right.
For old players who have played a long time, it's super easy for them because they are missing out on 1 or 2. So when they get the hero, they basically get one of the new heroes. So yeah, that would only service the players who already have them.
Yep.
So yeah, it's not a good idea throwing them in the superior cells because that's a bad idea. It would only be helpful for older players, and the older players already have them. So
right. So Salvin's wondering or asking, he would like a roulette option in future PvP.
What do you mean?
Yeah, like the 3 PvP wins, you get a roulette. So are you talking about maybe having the old heroes in the roulette? I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about, Salvin. And
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea, and have it at a low percentage. We know they can modify the percentages on the drops on the roulette,
which they definitely do.
Yeah, so they can definitely have it on one of the 9 slots on the roulette and have it at like 1 or 2, 3%, something like that. So if you play it, say it's 3%, because if you play the whole month, you have 90% chance of getting a past hero.
Right, and
so
I will say too that I think the roulette balancing in this game is way better than it is on MAA1. It just feels like things like honestly 25 gold and superior cells, they come up way more often.
Yeah, they happen pretty often, actually. To be fair, though, the last week or so, I noticed I haven't gotten anything, but it's just RNG. So,
yep.
But yeah, it's pretty fair. I get 25 gold of superior power cells fairly often, normally.
Yep. I got 25 gold in a roulette, and then like my next turn got the 25 gold that I get for finishing one of the Spec Ops missions. So I end up with like 50 gold just that night no big deal.
Yeah, and that suggestion comes from Rizalvin615. Developers who listen, it's actually a very good idea. Put it on one of the 9 slots for the PvP roulette. Put it at like 2-3%, probably 3%.
Yeah.
So if you play a whole month, you have a 90% chance of getting a hero. It's not a bad idea, actually.
It's not
a very
bad
good
idea at all.
Yeah, definitely. Now that I mention it, yeah, I'm not that yellow of you anymore, actually. At least not so much, because now that I think about it, they did nerf the value of evasion, which is one of the things I've been harping about on my YouTube videos.
See, there you go.
Indeed.
I'm writing down the PvP roulette thing, because I think also that is a good idea.
Yeah, it's a really, really good idea, and I'm actually surprised now that when Rizalvin pointed it out that it hasn't actually been already implemented. It's such a dough thing.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see here. So there was that.
Oh, by the way, thank you for hooking me up to the helicarrier thing as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, besides my own personal, enjoyment, I also gave them a good shout out on the Reddit. Give something back to them as well, because they've been shouting out the Reddit.
Yep.
So, yeah, definitely, guys, if you haven't listened to it before, they're from the helicarrier is doing a series on MAA2 podcasting. It's really good, and yeah, they do some mistakes here and there. They're not like super hardcore gamers, so they will do some mistakes here and there. But overall, it's a very good podcast, and I definitely, do a shout out here to them. Go listen to it if you haven't already.
Absolutely, they're on Tuesdays, and usually they're on before this webcast starts. They're on. I think they get finished. Maybe an hour before this webcast normally starts.
Oh, so you mean in
Tuesdays?
Normal? Yeah, so normal time for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right. Speaking of which, I am actually not going to be streaming Tuesday night, and I probably am not going to be streaming Thursday night. But I might stream in the afternoon if I can get some stuff moved around. I may stream early, so you could actually see it and not be falling asleep.
Yeah, sounds awesome. How come?
Well, tomorrow night my daughter has a school concert, and she's a senior in high school,
nice.
So it's her last year of high school, and it's one of her last concerts, so I got to go to that. And Thursday, I am going into the studio with a friend of mine to record some radio demos. Because I think I've mentioned I'm trying to get my voiceover work a little bit more prominent, and he's going to help me put together some demos. So we're going into a studio on Thursday night, which means I will not be able to be here.
But if you look at it this way, it's perfect timing, because you're in the lull right now, the last week before probably new content at around the 30th,
Yep.
or the beginning of the new month, where the new PvP season coming, and if I have to guess, maybe Civil War 2 update, and also maybe Chapter 4 as well.
Yeah, it's funny. I was reading about Chapter 4. I was reading speculation about Chapter 4 from guys on Reddit, how they were thinking it wouldn't be coming soon. In fact, I commented to one of your things about the next Spec Ops. Somebody was asking, when's the next Spec Ops going to happen? Well, there was about a month in between Spec Ops this time around, and I don't know if they're going to keep it like that, but boy, it sure seems like Chapter 4 should be coming.
Yeah, basically, the thing about this, they already have developed, what's it called, Chapter 5.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to launch at the same time the new tour movie is coming out, or through summer, because the new tour movie is coming out at 2017, and I don't think they're gonna release the Chapter 5 in 2017 in November.
Right.
So yeah, basically, my thinking is that they're probably gonna release Chapter 5, or we're aiming to release Chapter 5 during the summer. with maybe with Doctor Strange or something like that. Who knows? And so they really need to get Chapter 4 out.
Right.
Before that, otherwise you can't really release Chapter 5. And they started adding in Dr. Hyde on the official homepage as well. His stats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So since they did that as well, it seems very logical that they actually are planning to get it out soon.
I would think so. And they've been talking about it for a long time too.
Yeah, but in the beta, you really don't want to release new content before the beta.
No, but it sounded like it was well underway in terms of.
Yeah, definitely. So. And releasing it the month after Spec Ops ends, it's a perfect time because the game has been out now in 2 months now. So first month you had the Spec Ops, now the second month you have the Chapter 4. So they keep all the new players that joined when they globally released, fed with content as well, which is probably why they held it back from the soft launch. Yeah,
and it sounds like, it looks like anyway that they're going to just keep rolling with PvP month after month.
Yeah, definitely.
Which I think is a great thing to do.
Yeah, definitely. It's already set in action. For me personally, it looks like every month PvP, every other month Spec Ops. And sometimes we get special stuff in between the months, like chapters or new heroes added to the store in the lull month, so to say.
Well, that's the other thing we really haven't talked about much, but they really have been keeping the heroes coming without much fanfare at all. We expected new heroes with Age of Ultron, and expected new heroes with Civil War, but we were. They just dropped them in. They didn't really talk too much about it. They're just going, okay, here's some more. Just take more. There's more.
Yeah, so. But that goes with the previous comment about Playdom, not really, updating the fan base with any information at all.
Right.
Goes hand in hand with that, kind of.
Yes, absolutely.
Basically, Playdom needs to hire, I wouldn't say, new community managers, but, they need to start an outreach program because there are community managers for many, many other companies that actually, fill out, pages and pages of information for the players.
Right.
So, yeah, that's something we need. And now they're starting with, helping out with you, giving some information to you. So, they're starting at least, but it's so little.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. I think, having some secret insight, for lack of a better term, is great, but it would be really cool if they had somebody just publicly available that just says, look, while we're not wanting you to email me directly, we're going to be posting stuff on Reddit. We're going to be posting stuff through the podcasts and through the webcasts and whatnot.
Yeah,
just to have that visibility there. Because when this developer that I've been emailing with first got in touch with me, I was very sensitive to, okay, how much can I say? And he was like, well, don't tell him who I am because I can't publicly actually say anything. And then this last time when I sent a bunch of questions, he said, no problem, you can reveal the answers to these and blah blah blah. So, because giving me the information and not giving me the ability to say anything to anybody, that's not helpful.
Yeah, that would be quite odd, actually.
Right, and that just stresses me out. Because then people would be saying things in the stream, and I'd be going, well, I know the answer, but I really can't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's no good. That's no good for anybody. So
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, they've been awesome though.
Yeah, it's good to see that they're actually reaching out. So as I said, and it was a pretty interesting segment as well. So it was nice commenting before you revealed their answer as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something you missed though, which is one of the biggest things they really need to implement. There are two stuff here actually. Are you sure button? By that I mean if you purchase something, a pop-up pops up, says confirm.
Right. Oh yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, that's like because for example when I'm spamming away on the cells,
yep.
you know,
Accidentally
stuff
buy a
happens.
superior cell?
Yeah, exactly. Stuff happens, man. And, you know, a confirm button would be really nice to have before you actually buy anything with gold. Come on,
Right.
guys. It's like basic stuff. Secondly, a sell all button.
Oh, yeah. Well,
It's like,
yeah.
or, sorry, not sell all. Sell, open all, I mean. Oh, you
Open
have
all.
15 of this. Open all.
Oh, you know what? I thought I had mentioned that to them because that came up. I just dropped my pen. Oh, well. That came up, and I thought I mentioned it, but let me check here.
Yeah, that's like a must, man. You know, whenever you get through, you know, a grind session, you know, you did some Spec Ops 1 farming, you did some Spec Ops 2, then you did some, you know, missions for trials, and then you're sitting there with like 15 red canisters,
Right.
25, you know, ISO canisters. It's like, oh my god, I need to open all of them. Ah!
Yep. Oh, you know what? I think that came up after I sent the initial email. So I'm gonna mark that one down too, because that I'm with you. That is, I think I've got 50 red cells sitting in my list right now.
Yeah, I have a friend of mine that plays, and he sent me a screenshot where he had like I don't know, like 400 or 500 something red canisters.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, once it gets, after I saw that, I started opening all my canisters, you know, because I don't want to get to that, you know, that point of no return where it's so much, you really is like, no, I don't want to do this, and it just becomes more and more and more.
Right. I'm just checking my notes, see if I have anything here. Nope. All right. So, yeah, I don't have anything confirmed, but I will put that in my notes the next time I put something together.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
That's good.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. I just wanna. I'm actually just all I'm doing right now is getting through some daily tasks.
That's not a bad idea, man. Grinding those daily tasks, get those 25 conflicted directives, 5 gold,
Yep.
and it's super fast, and then you do a scouting or two to keep the scouting marker, you know, regenerating.
I actually don't even bother with that. I just don't. I don't want to quit. Oh, what's that all about? So the other thing that I think is pretty telling about, we're at the, you know, Spec Ops has ended, right? And PvP is all but done, even though there's like 9 days left.
Yeah.
Everybody's pretty much done with PvP, except for maybe brand new players. We have, let me pull this up. Yeah. Not counting you and me, we have 4 people in the stream, which means to me that content is pretty much done.
Basically, the thing about it as well, also, you have to take into account, is that they didn't really put in a Civil War update 2, which I actually thought they would. For example, they have War Machine and Black Panther on the splash screen in the Civil War costumes. And I actually thought they would put them in at around the 20th, you know, something like that.
Right.
Because that would give us 2 new characters to play around with to, you know, next Spec Ops or Chapter 4 and PvP tournament.
Right. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do. Well, I guess we're officially out of Spec Ops. If they're going to do anything between now and the end of PvP. I do remember that. Oh, PvP ended, I think, just before the beginning of the month, last month, and I thought sure they weren't going to add anything new until after the beginning of the month, and they added it like right then at the end. So it was a little surprising that it came in so quickly, but we got 9 days left, which brings us to June 2nd. Which is a Friday, I believe. No, a Thursday. It's a Thursday. So we'll see if they just start PvP that Friday for the weekend, or if they wait until the next week to kick it in.
Yeah, they're pretty good at starting it, you know, within days of the last one ending.
Right.
So probably gonna go pretty fast. Which
Yeah.
is also why I don't rush it down. I saw people, rushing it down on Reddit with like in one day getting S rank.
Right. Yeah, I didn't do that. I will tell you that I did refill my energy one day because I had a killer streak. I was like, I had a 24 win streak. And I just wanted to keep it going, see what happened. And, I think I had maximum of like 6 losses throughout the whole PvP. It seemed too easy this time around. I don't know why. I didn't change my team or anything.
Welcome back, Idiot Stick.
Idiot Stick, hey.
Yeah, basically I think it's the super high pool of new players, man. That's why.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah.
Generally speaking, us old dogs in the game, we have had fighting each other constantly.
Yep.
And as you can see now, when you're in S rank and doing a PvP daily, 3 wins, yeah, you're still facing good teams, man, and real good teams.
Oh man, getting my 3 in PvP is a pain in the butt right now.
Yeah, it's always that way,
stinks.
man. Basically, as soon as you reach S rank in a few days after that, that's when the going gets tough because then you're only facing the good teams. So yeah, it's I get why because your elo is properly calculated where you should be, and you're facing the teams that are at your elo as well. So it's okay.
Yeah, Idiot Stick. I don't know if it's just you. Everything seems to be running pretty well over here. My stream frames per second and everything seems to be pretty smooth on my end of things. So I don't know. I didn't get disconnected. So
it is sick. I have a problem quite often as well. And then I refresh maybe like one time, and then 5-10 minutes later it starts buffering, and then I refresh again 5-10 minutes later, and do it like 2, 3, 4 times. Then it's fixed, and it doesn't buffering anymore for me.
So in Sweden, what are your internet speeds like?
Well, we used to be the leading country for internet, so you can probably guess.
Okay. Yep, good.
Yeah, in 1999, so like literally 17 years ago,
yep,
the government decided that everybody should have access to broadband. And they made it a law, and they passed it. And within 1 year, 99% of all the Swedish population had access to broadband.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So is it considered a utility? Something that you just have a monthly payment for, like electricity, or?
Yeah, exactly. Basically, we have access to 100 lines and have had it for around, I would say, $30 to $40 the last, decade or so.
100 for $30 to $40.
Yeah.
Ugh, I hate you so much.
Yeah, and this was like way back for 2005 and stuff. Now we can, if you really want to, you can get access to 1,000.
Yep. So you get a gigabit line for what, like $70?
No, actually it's a little bit higher than that. I think it's around $80, $90, something like that.
Still, that's crazy cheap. That's so. I mean, again,
well, for us it's not. It's actually quite expensive.
Right. Fair enough.
Yeah, basically, I remember when I played World of Warcraft, way back in vanilla. I used to play with a Finnish dude. Mm-hmm. He was on a call-up line, ADSL, old school.
Wow.
Yeah, and he paid like literally $80-$90 for his 512 kilobyte ADSL. When I was sitting on a 110 line for like $40. He was like, really? Oh my god! I need to move to Sweden.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. So yeah, basically our internet is super. The only reason why we've fallen off from the leading country of for internet is because basically we built the lines in 1999. So it's basically a catch-up game now. When new countries start their programs for internet, they have access to better technology to lay down the fiber optics.
Right.
That we didn't have in 1991. Sorry, 1999.
Yeah. So you guys don't have fiber hardly anywhere, right?
No, we have fiber everywhere.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, Basically, you know, broadband is fiber. So
So where you guys are, that is all fiber.
yeah.
All right, because here it's primarily copper. I mean, we've got
You're
fiber.
Still using ADSL?
Yes.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Oh
So
my-
like, I'm on a my line right now is about a 25 meg down, 5 meg up.
That's actually not bad for ADSL. Basically, ADSL also suffers from. Do you have full duplex on that or not?
I can get it, but I don't have it on mine.
Wow, yeah, that's the problem with ADSL. You know, basically it's not full duplex. And for guys who don't know what that means, it basically means if you're downloading 20, you can only upload for 5. You only have the total amount of your line. If you have full duplex, you have 25 up and 25 down. You can upload 5 and 25 up and 25 down. But if you only have a single duplex like Kurt has, that means you need to choose.
Yep. Yeah. Honestly, I mean, for a lot of cable modem subscribers like I've got, it's very much usually a 25 down, 5 up. You can get the 100 if you pay a lot more, but that's well over. Well, it depends on where you live. Where I live, it's more expensive than like in California.
Mm-hmm.
So, but 25 down, 5 up for streaming isn't so bad. And people here are watching Netflix at the same time because it's all down. So it's not that big a deal. All right, so.
Yeah, Salvin. Thumbs up, man. He said, Sweden has better school systems, great care for everyone if they're sick, gorgeous woman, it has wild, I need to learn Swedish language, ASAP.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely. But basically, as I said, what I meant with better technology is because there are better fiber optics available now than there were in 1999.
Sure.
And also, there are also different techniques. For example, in the UK, they are trying out wireless over cities, for example.
Right.
So you just call them, and your Ethernet just hooks up to the big ass wireless heaven.
Right.
So there are different solutions now that are more high technological than fiber optics. So that's why we've fallen off, because we already put down into the ground, and we it works for us. So why do something else?
Well, and let's face it, those speeds are plenty fast enough.
Yeah,
I mean,
and as I said, you can reach a terabyte if you want to with the fiber optics as well. It might be a problem later on when you want more than that and need that, but that's like a decade or two down the line.
Well, that's really if we get to the point where 4K or 8K TVs are a really really commonplace, then we're going to need that bandwidth for the streaming or VR. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That's why I like the idea of wireless that they're trying out in UK, because you just hook up and then you put on your headset and you go VR diving, man. Yep. Crazy stuff.
It's going to be interesting to see what apps actually really take off with that.
Yeah, definitely. NVIDIA has already started. Games and gains, yo man.
So games and gains, did you finish?
I think he's complaining because Spec Ops 2 is gone.
Right. If he didn't finish one leg, is it gone? Yeah,
it's gone.
It's gone, right?
No. It's not gone. He can always open it up for an archive key for $9.99.
Oh, right. He can get the key.
Yeah.
Oh no, he said he finished.
That's what I did. Yeah, that's what I did for Spec Ops 1, man.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, I took my break and I, missed Spec Ops and Miles Morales, so I used my, free archive key to unlock it.
Yep. Well, it turns out that even though I finished Spec Ops 1, I got the archive key anyway. When they gave the archive key to everybody who was over level 12, I think is what it was.
Yeah.
And I used that archive key to open up the other leg of Spec Ops 2.
Sweet.
I didn't have to pay the $9.95 or whatever.
Yeah, because you weren't slacking on doing Spec Ops 1 like I was.
Right.
Or like Games and Gains, man. Holy crap, dude. It's like he had 700 directives to burn. Wow.
Oh, man.
Jesus. How long did it take you to burn through that, man? Like 5-6 hours?
So, what was it?
Yeah, we're talking about apps and stuff to use, VR and stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was talking about NVIDIA actually launching their 10,080-70 line in 3 days, which is basically designed to function with VR.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Like it is. So that's a game changer. Yeah. Basically, so yeah, I'm waiting for those cards. I'm gonna wait 2 weeks afterwards, and I'm gonna buy my card.
Yep. Well, I'm still trying to figure out what's going to be the killer app for it, because I mean we can watch 3D movies, we can do the 360 videos that are available like on YouTube and whatnot, and that's fine, but there's got to be a killer app out there.
Yeah, of course. Somewhere there is. I'm just buying it to future-proof myself.
Yep, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm sitting on 670, man. So I made the leap to what was it called? It was a big generational leap from Kepler to Maxwell, I think.
Yep.
This card has served me well for 4 years now, and I can still play games on high settings, the latest games, so no real need to upgrade, but it's such a huge, generational leap again. They're actually jumping 2 generations now on graphics card. Basically, graphics card is built on, how small you can get the stuff.
Right.
Because the smaller you can get it, the more stuff you can cram in. And they're just skipping over 20 pins now and going straight down to 16 pins.
Yep.
So they're skipping 2 generations. So now is a good time to get in, buy that card, and it's going to last me at least 4 or 5 years again.
Right. So I will tell you that my video card is much older. My CPU, I'm running an AMD Phenom 2 X2 550 processor.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Yep, it's old. And my video card... Come on, where are you? Come on, where are you? Of course, it's not going to just show me here. Just because I don't remember off the top of my head. So I'm going to have to pull up the control panel page here.
Games and Games is saying here, he's like, he did his last run before 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and had 15 directives left over. It was like burned out. Hey, man. No pain, no gain.
Yeah, no kidding.
No pain, no games.
Okay, come on. Control panel. Where are you? Display should, but... Oh, I should probably just bring up the ATI Control Center. Catalyst Control Center. Here we go. And I've got an ancient video card. It is... Come on. My displays.
Who doesn't need more Games and Games? Oh, I need so much more. Basically, I'm trying to, four-star my 5 team. And next up is going to be, Black Widow. And not just 4-star them, but 4-star all their abilities as well. And after that, I need to 4-star 2 characters. It's probably going to be Luke Cage and Iron Fist. And after that, it's going to be Star-Lord, so I can have a free attack team for PvE.
Yep. And Iron Fist and Luke Cage are going to be my next 4 stars. No question. So, yeah, my video card is a Radeon HD 5670.
Okay, I'm not a huge Radeon fan, so I really don't know what that means.
So it was, the BIOS date is 2011.
Okay.
It's got a gig of memory on it.
Okay, yeah, definitely. So approximately to NVIDIA 500 series then.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Sounds
old,
about
man.
right. Yep.
That's like 5 years old, man.
Yep. That's exactly. So, and I bought it only to play World of Warcraft. back when I was playing, because it was right after Pandaria came out.
Oh, you played that one?
Yeah, I did. And you really couldn't play unless you had a third party graphics card. Because I was all onboard video for a long time.
Wow, really, dude?
Well,
okay, I'm not gonna say anything because, we Swedes apparently are, a lot further ahead on the, computer curve than most other countries. And I've heard that the US or basically back as you said, probably when you started 5 years ago, is when they started to get into it for reals.
Yeah, sure. For me, I mean, honestly, other than World of Warcraft, I wasn't playing hardcore games anymore. I wasn't doing any first person shooter stuff. I had left the gaming industry in 2007. So I really wasn't doing much of anything except for casual games, and I think I was playing MAA2 when it first came out, and just those kinds of games.
Mm-hmm.
And any other gaming I was doing was on the console.
Wow, I feel old now, man, because I was playing MMOs back in the 90s, man.
So let's see. I was playing EverQuest. I was a beta tester on Ultima Online. I played a little bit of Second Life, but never got in crazy because that was a weird thing.
Dude, you're not saying Dark Age of Camelot, man.
No,
I need to whip you, boy.
I was never a Dayok guy.
Dude, you missed something, man. What an experience, dude.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
Oh, yes, man. Holy crap. Good memories, man. Good memories.
Yeah.
Also from Warhammer Online.
See, Warhammer never really took off over here.
Basically, I'm a huge Mythic fan, so I follow them from Dayok to Warhammer as well, and then into Star Wars as well. And they did good stuff for Star Wars, but it was EA's basically what happened to Warhammer was it was EA's first MMORPG, right. So they didn't know that they need to support an MMORPG with new content. They just treated it like the Guitar Heroes. God. Pump it out, sell it, it's done. Onwards to next. It's like, no, that doesn't work. If you want subs, you need to actually put out some content, man. But they learned a lesson for Star Wars, but it took them some time to get out the first one, which, so I fell it off a bit.
Yeah.
They're having a good discussion here in the chat, though.
Yeah, I know. I just saw that.
Yeah. Games and Games, he only has one 4-star hero, Wasp, and he's asking, he wants to make sure that he invests into the right hero to 4-star. So, Kurt, what's your advice?
Well, so I just want to make sure I saw that. Wait, he was saying that he has his only 4 stars is Wasp with 3-star Bioenergy, 3-star Drone Swarm, 4-star Queen Bee, but he wants to make sure he invests in the right hero. Okay, yeah. So, man, at this point, I really would go Iron Fist if you're just for the next one.
Yeah, I agree.
I didn't even see Salvin's comment right below it. But yeah. I mean, because he's going to be way more versatile at this point.
Yeah, and I have heard of Shadowbane, but that was bot heaven, so I stayed away. But yeah, to answer the question, I definitely agree. Iron Fist is really good. He's a bit squishy, unlike Spider-Woman. I made a YouTube actually of a full evasion team without a tank, all evasive. And Spider-Woman is a healer that has access to, I think it's 3 purple ISO slots, so she's actually very tough. Unlike Iron Fist. So, yes, she does less healing and less damage, but she's a lot tougher. So, it's plus minus there.
Right. I mean, I actually would have said Black Widow about a couple of weeks ago or so, but I mean, Black Widow is great 3-star. I'm not sure you get the best bang for the buck by bringing her to 4-star.
Hey, man, I'm doing it.
Yeah, I know. Well, but you were already well underway with the others, too. So
yeah, that's true.
So, all right. So I'm going to actually I'm going to open up a superior power cell.
Go for it.
Because, well, I have 50 gold, nothing better to spend it on right now. So here we go. Come on. New hero. New hero. No. Okay. More AP.
What did you get?
I got Wasp's skirmish scramble.
Ah, okay.
Which is great. All right. What the hell? One more. Let's spend all my gold. And here we go. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Rare hero acquired. 3-star Thor. Oh,
grass.
yeah.
Which one? Age of Ultron?
It's the regular one. I didn't have them.
Oh, nice. It's actually not a bad thing, because the regular one has a clinch ability called Lightning 4 stars. He's the only one that can apply AoE static shot whenever he wants without cooldown.
Okay, cool.
So he actually has something that nobody else in the game has.
Right.
So, and, static shock has fallen out of favor now. I know a lot of new guys are, static shock, yay! But guys, old players, we did that, and then we moved on to auto stuff because that's better in the end game. But to begin with, it's not a bad thing, going static shock. So I think it might maybe see a resurgence for Chapter 4 if it's really hard, us going back to, slow and surely taking down peeps, because that's what you're doing with static shock. You're guaranteeing the damage because the guys you're fighting are so hard to hit and have so much defense and evasion and nasty debuffs, readied and free attacks. That's what we used to do back in the days before we had, 4-star heroes and 4-star abilities and just, plowing our way through them with, our 4 and 5-star ISOs.
Right. I still think Static Shock has a place, and I think that with particularly with Electro being able to do the lightning tethers as well as Static Shock.
That's such a horrid ability, man.
Well, but except it'll do additional damage when they attack you.
Yeah, but it's so little, man. Like, literally, it's so little.
But you combine that with Static Shock plus the regular damage that they can do, I think it just piles on. Now,
I wouldn't actually use an Electro for Static Shock, Tim.
You would not?
No, because the real reason to really use him is because he has an AoE shock attack, which Wasp has, and he has an AoE static shock deployer, which Thor has.
Yep.
For me, Thor, the one you just got, is the real motor behind static shock teams because he can do it constantly. For example, with static shock on Electro, you have to wait 4 rounds between applying it.
That's true.
Yeah, and that's a huge drag, man. We just killed that whole wave, and now I have to wait 2 rounds before applying it to the new wave. What am I going to do in the meanwhile? The whole team is like waiting 2 rounds before it even gets going again on the second wave or the third wave. Whereas Thor, call lightning, boom, it's up, let's go.
Yeah, fair enough. So, what about the AOU Thor?
Yeah, for PvP maybe he's actually not that bad because his buff he puts on everybody when he pops in is strengthened and a 25% extra attack to your whole team before you even started.
Right.
It's really good. It's I would say brokenly good actually as well, but
So Vortex, welcome back to the stream, by the way. And Hide in the Sky. Welcome to the stream. I didn't see you come in. Great to have you guys here. Vortex is saying he thinks 4-star isn't needed for current content, but if you really like a character, I say go for it. I'd say yeah, that's probably true. The only character I might do it on to be safe is Wasp. But well, just she's still the ultimate tank, right? So I think that I think that'd be the only. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've got any other 4-star heroes. I think Wasp is my only one. Yeah, Wasp is my only 4-star hero. Now I've got 3 stars, but I did my 3 stars really early when I had hardly any characters and just was leveling people. Ooh.
Yeah, for me personally, why I have a lot of 3 stars, I have like 3 rows or 4 rows of 3 stars, is because I like testing out characters. And at 3 stars, it's basically as good as 4 stars. So, bringing them up to 3 stars is, pretty easy as well compared to 4 stars.
Right. All right, so I just thought of I'm leveling up my Thor so that I can throw some ISOs on him.
Exactly. ISO Mule.
Yeah, ISO Mule. All right, so I gotta get another one of those. I guess I gotta do a scouting mission. Gotta do the level 10. I don't have any of those medallions.
Dude, I can't believe you didn't use it while it was bugged, man.
I know. I forgot. I forgot all about it.
The worst part is it was negatively bugged as well. It wasn't positively bugged. Everybody was like, come on, stop it, fix this. Right. And I was like, yeah, guys, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to run the shit out of this so I have like 40, 50 of them so I never have to go back and do it for raising a character above 9.
Right. So, hey, I finally got around to selling all of my 3-star ISOs.
Dude, you should get around selling everything on your ISOs except 3-star Tier 4s. That's where I am at.
Yeah. See, so I've even got a couple of 2-star Tier 4s that I can't get rid of.
Yeah, but the thing about that's also how much you play. People are constantly asking me on my channel, like, oh, where do you get all those 4 or 5 stars? Yeah, I play the game.
Yeah, fair enough.
It might sound very, patronizing and in your face, but it's actually, I've been playing the game since December, so basically you get constantly, I wouldn't say constantly, but here and there you get a 4 or 5 star.
Yep.
So, and 3 stars.
Well, I got one today. I got this barricading one today.
Oh, nice. Yeah, basically. So if you get, for example, let's say 1 every day, and then you go back 6 months, okay, we're talking 183 plus stars, okay, ISOs.
Right.
So just basically play the game and you will get those. So that's what I was, aiming to say. I'm probably played it a lot. I wouldn't say a lot more, but a fair amount more. So because my ISO situation is where I'm selling everything below 3-star Tier 4s.
Right. And Vortex is right. It's definitely a welcome to the team, Thor. Here, hold these shiny rocks. That's definitely what it's
get rid of that hammer, man. Get rid of the hammer. Hold these rocks, man.
I think it was Unisonks who is putting together that spreadsheet to track your ISOs, and I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. If we can find a way to transfer the ISO inventory that we have easily into a spreadsheet, and then play around with just different configurations. I think that'd be a cool tool. Make them stronger, right?
Yeah, basically games and games, from what he said on the ISO Spec Ops 2 farming, he's probably a bit far ahead than me because he's thinking of selling anything below 5 stars.
Yeah.
Then you know that you've been playing a lot, man.
No kidding.
Yeah, guys, developers, you need to put in more ISO storage. Come on, guys. Look at us. We're sitting here whining, We need to sell all our, hard-won junk.
Yep.
And every player is a hoarder. Come on, guys. You know that every player is a hoarder. If I can hoard, I would. So if you have an option to buy inventory space for gold, I will do it because that will allow me to hoard junk.
Well, and to be fair, there's a lot of games now where they have a tight inventory system and they just charge you gold or gems or whatever to increase it. And I'm used to that. I think most players are used to that now.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, give us inventory space for gold.
We want to spend gold on the inventory.
To be fair, though, one of the competitors, MMF, they actually gave you 200 slots for free.
Oh, really?
They used to have 400 and they gave everybody 600 for free.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah. So, so you could actually give us free. The first taste is free. Then you take our money.
Oh, look at this. I got my solitaire first time out. That's sweet. Unreal. It took me 5 times yesterday.
Yeah, dude, that's lucky, man. Yeah, that's lucky, man.
Yep. All right. So let's see. We'll get.
I hate doing that for level 9 characters, man. It's like, come on, give it to me. And it's like you run through 36 points, and then you check your daily. You've done that, okay? So you do for 12 more for a total of 48, and you still haven't gotten. It's like, you guys, you really want me to spend gold to get a level 9 solitaire? Come on.
Right. All right, so we're gonna do this and do that. I don't even care what I'm spending on these anymore, just to give me the slots. Thor level up, not quite there yet. Oh, give him that little one. All right, so now we're gonna go to the store.
Tonight on Kurt's stream, how to make an ISO mule.
Yeah. Today's lesson is how to make a mule for your ISOs.
Exactly.
First,
man.
level up Thor.
Poor Thor, man.
Oh, man.
What an ignoble end for a mighty thunder god.
Yep.
Also, just so you know, since he's actually from over here.
Yeah.
It's actually spelled without H.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's Thor.
Yeah.
Without H. So for how we pronounce it is Thor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like I play some Smite as well, and they have Tyr there, and all the Americans pronounce him, Tyr. No, it's not like a tear falling down your cheek. It's Tyr. It's like, come on, you're playing with the mythology. Can't you at least learn to spell the god's name or pronounce it correct?
No, we can't learn that.
Dude, I'm pretty sure it's like racially, mythologically, xenophobic or something.
Yeah, I don't think it's that sinister, but
yeah, probably not. For example, our Thursday is actually called Torsdag. It's literally Tor with day behind it.
Okay, yeah. Well, and that falls right in line with your naming conventions in general, right? Where for like I'm not going to pronounce anything properly, so you're going to have to forgive me. But like a Peterson is literally
son.
Peter's son, right? So and you've got a lot of things like that.
Yep, definitely.
I mean, surnames primarily are based on family or location. Is that about right?
I would say yes to that 50 years ago.
Okay.
It's starting to, muddle up here now. For example, my last name is Taken. A Taken, made up name. Because our family's name used to be Andersson. Basically Andersson.
Yep.
And that's the most common last name in Sweden.
Okay.
So, back when my, grandmother used to work, they had like 8 Anderson in the same, housing complex or, renting complex. So, and back in those days, you got your check in the mail.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, so you can imagine what happened. One month she didn't get her check, and she went to all her neighbors who were named Anderson. I was like, "Did you get my check?" And I was like, No. So after that, yeah, see you later, Stick.
Bye, idiot Stick. Thanks for coming to the stream.
Yeah, games and games. Son of Coal.
Right.
Yeah, basically. So after that, she took a made-up name, the whole family, because never again.
Yeah. So where did she come up with your surname?
Actually, it's a combination of fairy tale and the fjords.
Right. I figured the fjord part.
Yeah, the first part is fairy tales in Swedish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we call it, saga is fairy tale in Swedish.
Okay. So I wonder if that has roots to just what we call saga, just the... it's a tale. I mean, it's just...
Yeah, exactly. It's an epic tale, yeah. It's a saga. Yeah, and that's the Swedish word for, fairy tale, saga.
Oh, cool.
Indeed. So, yeah, definitely. So, basically, to go back to the point here, it's being muddled up now. It used to be, Andersson, Peterson, Karlsson, Isaacson,
Yep.
But not so much now. Sweden has been very good in, taking in immigrants the last, I would say 30, 40 years.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with you, Resolving there. He says he thinks 1813 is going to be a game changer for a lot of players, and I have to agree because she's a healer, and not everybody has access to either Spider-Woman or Iron Fist, or both of them, which means everybody's going to get a healer now.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, it'll be definitely interesting to see what happens there.
Yeah, it's going to be super cool actually because she seems to be so good in so many ways.
Yep.
So, her feedback thingy where she does more damage based on she does damage to herself, and it does more damage with the less hit points you have as well. Yeah, it's basically she looks like a good PvE healer and a good PvP healer as well.
Wow. All right. Well, we'll have to see how that all works out. I mean, I'm looking forward to playing around with all the new characters. I just haven't had a chance yet.
Yeah, to be fair, I haven't actually played with any PvP hero for reals. I have Hamdo leveled up, I have Angela leveled up, I have not Miles and Nova. Yeah, I haven't had Nova leveled up either. Basically, they're Angela, it's because she's, too good, so, I refuse to use, brokenly characters, man. So, that's it. But the other ones are like,
Yeah, well, I mean, I've got Angela leveled up, and she's a core part of my team, but I don't need her. I mean, really, no, because I can use to replace her. I can use Hawkeye.
Yeah, definitely. Basically, that's actually really interesting. Vortex in the chat here, he put up a really good viewer question for one of my tea times, and that was, substitutes for popular characters.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, basically, it forced me to think. It was a super good question because it forced me to think. Because I have all the characters, so I don't have to use a substitute. So I haven't thought about it at all. So it forced me to think, okay, who would I actually use if I had to use a substitute for popular character picks in teams? Classic teams. I was like, okay, let's, what's a good substitute? A good substitute is one that's widely available. And Hawkeye, everybody has him. So let's analyze him. Where can he fit in?
I'll tell you what, I think Hawkeye's still viable. He does great damage. He's got the Overwatch ability, if that's your thing, to give him the free attacks. He's got the effects of the different types of arrows that come up. I like him. I like him quite a bit.
Basically, I wouldn't say he does awesome damage, but he does at least, okay, fair damage. And he has Overwatch. So that was my recommendation, for a free attack team. Free attack teams is the most popular team synergy, and Hawkeye actually fits very well in there with his Overwatch ability.
Yep.
So yeah, that was my suggestion as well.
Yeah, and there was a time where I was running Hawkeye and Angela together, with both of them doing Overwatch. And that worked out really well.
Yeah, that's also something where there are some abilities that doesn't stack in free attacks. I think Overwatch doesn't stack with coordinated.
With coordinated, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I thought it when we had a discussion last time. I was like, no, it doesn't stack. It was because of Overwatch. Right. So yep. I was like, no, free attack doesn't stack. Right. It's like learn something new every day. But I checked it up afterwards, and yeah, it's because of Overwatch. I blame Hawkeye, you dirty Hawkeye.
So Salvin's saying he got AOU Hawkeye super early, so he had to replace old Hawkeye because he didn't like running a team with two blasters. Mm-hmm. He said blisters, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't mean blisters.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he means blasters. Well, I don't know. I think that's a personal problem.
Yeah, basically, I'm gonna do a tea time with a whole tactician team that Kurt suggested. Your whole team made out of one class, so I'm gonna start with the easy one, which is tacticians, because tacticians have access to both tanks and healers.
Yeah.
So I just need to find a good DPS that's a tactician.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot harder for the other ones later on, man. It's gonna be tough, man.
I mean, I would think Vision would be on your team.
Basically, for example, for infiltrators, yeah, it's gonna be tough because
I'm sorry, I was thinking infiltrators when you said tactician. So
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna be. I'm actually maybe thinking Star-Lord actually, because if you're already running Wasp and Spider-Woman, you have the beginnings of a great, Static Shock team as well. And you get the friends as well to bring up the extra DPS, and you get Cherry Bomb as well. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking for all tactician team.
So hey, we got another new guy in the stream, Varula. Welcome to the stream. Haven't seen you before. Hopefully you made it through Spec Ops. Got all the heroes you wanted, and hopefully PvP is treating you well. You can let us know in the stream if you like. Oh, and Salvin's got a question for Luke Cage. Well, he's not here, but I'm pretty sure that Wild can answer your question for you. His ability has
unbreakable skin.
His ability has the 100% if over 90% health. Yep. The damage, take less damage. Would it stack with the ISO set? Fire?
I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
It doesn't, right?
No, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I'm still running it because, it takes so little damage you can't really see the difference. So
right.
It's like, yeah, I'm running it just in case.
And and Vortex is saying he's trying to think of a good 3 bruiser team.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough, man.
Oof. All 3 Captain Americas.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure about that.
No. Yeah, bruisers, okay. Scrappers at least, why I choose to go with tacticians first is because they have access to both a tank and a healer.
Right.
So my second team I'm going to go through after that is going to be scrappers, because scrapper has access to 1 healer at least. Yep. Then I'm just going to have to find, something that can, doubly, somewhat do a tankish role.
Right.
Yeah, basically, I was hoping that they would actually put in a scrapper Black Panther on Civil War, since in MAA2 they put him in as a super tough dude.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm just looking at my scrappers here. Wow, that'll be a lot easier team to put together. Because you got Angela, you've got Iron Fist, you've got Spider-Man, you've got Drax. Okay, well, Drax. You've got AOU Thor. Falcon, Nebula, okay. Regular Thor, and that's
the problem. Yeah, basically it's a problem here with tanks, man.
Yep.
So you're probably gonna have to go tankless.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's gonna be an issue. So you're gonna have to go with scrappers that have either high defense or high evasion, which means basically you should not go with Iron Fist.
Right.
So it's really hard with the amount of characters we have right now to fill teams with just one type.
Yep. Man, I'm looking at the bruisers here too.
Yeah, Bruce actually got a good suggestion here. Groot for sure,
definitely
because he has a heal. Yeah, he has a heal. So Groot is definitely in.
Yeah.
What is going? Drax tank for the win! Yeah, and I like that comment from Games and Games. I expect a spotlight on June 2nd for Agent 13 Wild. I was like, yeah.
Yep.
Dude, I've been slacking. I was thinking I should do a spotlight for both Civil War, Captain America, and Iron Man, like 3-4 days after they come out, man. It's like we're nearing like 3-4 weeks now, and I just got them to level 30.
Right.
So I'm slacking, man. So yeah, Bruce is definitely Groot for the tank.
Yes.
Yeah, and and definitely Moon Knight as a DPSer, because he's probably the best Bruiser DPS in the game at the moment.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm not so sure about Luke Cage though.
Well, not if you've got Groot, right?
No,
you
exactly.
You wouldn't need him.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking of She-Hulk. I think She-Hulk is a diamond in the rough.
Okay.
She has a self-heal, major self-heal on her protecting move.
That's true.
And yeah, so you help out with the healing a bit. And also she does some pretty good AoE damage if you spec her up that way.
Right. Let me go over here. Oh, that's right. I can't. Oh, yep, it's glitching out. I'm going to have to restart it because I went to the scouting mission. There's still something in there that's.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and this is Salvin represent Hulk. Hey, I still think Hulk would be awesome or should be awesome, but he's not. He's
Yes. Yeah, it's pretty sad. We can hope for a World War Hulk. That would be awesome, man.
Make him a scrapper. A World
Dude.
War Hulk scrapper.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. I can't understand why they always do Hulk badly, man. Everywhere. It's like getting ridiculous, man.
He's just a hard character. I mean,
No, it's not. Okay, you put him in a class. Okay, you make him the best of that class.
No. Okay, so I was actually thinking, I'm thinking everywhere. Like, so I'm thinking movies and everything.
No, I was thinking in all the games.
In the game.
For example, Marvel Heroes, it sucked for the longest time. Then it was good for like a week. Then it sucked again for years.
Right.
And then in MAA2, it sucked forever. And then it, didn't suck for like a month or two. Then it sucked forever again.
I think it's Superman complex. I think he's too powerful. I mean, Hulk is strongest one there is.
But you're always going to have good characters, mediocre characters, and bad characters. Just make sure Hulk is a good character, period.
Yeah.
You put him in a class and you make him the best there is at that one.
Right.
So, done.
Yep. And I'm with you. I mean, I agree. He really...
It's Hulk, man. Come on.
Right. I mean...
And then they even made a reason for using Thor, because, let's face it, Thor... Basically, all games suffer from power creep. That's how the developers make you want the new stuff, because it makes it a teensy weeny bit better than everything that came before. So you're always, chasing that new stuff. And good games, they do the power creep in a very, small increment. Bad games do it in very big increments, so they don't last long. So yeah, basically Thor is way past his utility. He was pretty good, back in December. Yep. Now he's he's useless, except for one ability that only he has in the whole game. So he still has worth because of that.
Right.
So, that's how they should do Hulk, So even when they make him the best, and then power creeps are, away from him, but he still has that ability, one ability that makes him, still useful.
Right. So Vortex is saying, have the Maestro as a bad guy. Well, see that. So now we're going to start putting time travel in. Is that what we're doing here? Because
to be fair, though, in the game they have some incursions and stuff like that. So
true. I mean, I guess you could do that, and it would follow the whole Secret War Battle World crap.
Yeah, personally, I would like to see a Grey Hulk.
Yes, like a Mr. Fix-It or what was his last incarnation as Grey?
No, just a Grey Hulk, because the old Grey Hulk is just a nasty sob, man. It's like really nasty dude. I love it, man.
Right.
So yeah, and also basically now they've done a fair amount of alternates, so I think it's time for new characters as well. As soon as they put in Civil War, War Machine, and Black Panther,
right,
then I believe they should put in some new characters that are not new characters from PvP. And for me personally, I would love to see Hyperion, Gladiator,
right,
Captain Britain.
Well, I think we're going to be due for Inhumans, like full-on Inhumans too.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
the games seem to be supporting the MCU a fair amount.
Yeah. Well, and more importantly, the Inhumans aren't contracted out, right? So, which is really the big deal. So,
Black Bolt, dude.
Black Bolt and Medusa.
Karnak.
All the classic ones.
Dog. Yeah, what's it called? The dog.
Lockjaw.
Yeah, Lockjaw.
Oh, see, now if they made Lockjaw an actual character,
that would be awesome. Yeah, basically it's the first, non-humanoid character in the game. They don't have any hero in the game so far that's non-humanoid.
Not until Howard the Duck comes.
Dude, stop it, man. Don't give them ideas, man. That was the worst idea ever. Oh, God. Granted, the movie was pretty good back in the days, but still,
The movie was terrible. What are you talking about?
No.
That movie
back
was
in the
horrible.
days, man. Dude, it was awesome back in the days,
How
man.
How old were you, 8?
Yeah, something like that. When I saw it the first time, I was like, oh, awesome. Aliens, Howard the Duck, and a super hot chick. I can't remember the name of her, but I had the hots for her when I was little.
Wait, wasn't that Leah Thompson?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
She was super hot, man.
She was super hot back then. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
no question.
Yeah, so it's like awesome movie.
Yeah. Well, okay, except it wasn't an awesome movie.
Hey man, I was like 8 or 9 or something,
Yeah, I
man.
know.
It's
Oh,
like
man.
Howard the Duck. Oh, a duck and alien tentacles, shit going crazy, and then a hot chick. It's like, okay, it's Christmas.
Yep. So yeah, so I mean, yeah, I mean, like do you think we'll ever get Thanos as an enemy?
That would be cool. They actually released him in another, mobile title from Marvel.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Which game?
So MMF.
Really?
Yep, you can play Thanos over there. It takes forever to get him, but yeah, you theoretically you could in like 4 or 5 months if you're a regular gamer.
Yeah.
So, but yes, you can. So yeah, I don't see any problems with that at all, actually. Especially since they're pushing, the villain stuff
Right.
pretty hard right now in Marvel because they know they suck in the villain department, and they even, came right out and said it that yes, guys, we know villains suck and we're gonna work on it. You haven't seen Thanos yet, so it's gonna be awesome. It's like, yeah, I withhold judgment.
Yeah, I'd like to, I mean, I don't know. I think he's one of the best thought out villains in terms of what drives him from motivational.
In the comics.
Yeah, in the comics. That's what I'm talking about. So I would like to believe that some of that comes over, but we'll see. I mean, I just love from the original Infinity Gauntlet comics the whole obsession with death and him trying to impress her and all that and
just reminds me of Deadpool, man.
What's that?
Just reminds me of Deadpool, man.
Oh yeah, well.
Sigh. Stop your licensing squabbles and put good stuff in.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, but I think that we've got we at least we got Spider-Man, and that's good. It's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, and this game actually launched with Spider-Man, so that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, but I think the Sony deal was already in place before that. So
yeah, the thing about it though, it wasn't public knowledge. So if you were smart and could see into the tea leaves there, you could probably figure it out.
Right. But if there's if there's one character in all of Marvel that you can't do without, you really need Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's the flagship for Marvel, definitely. But you know what? Deadpool is actually outselling Spider-Man now.
Oh, sure. Right now, I believe that. No.
Before his movie as well.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, there were so many Deadpool titles. And, and I read hardly any of them. I just didn't want to do that. No, I didn't want to get caught up in that. It's not my old Marvel. So, I like Deadpool fine. And although I think I like him better on TV on film than I did in the comic book. I love the way Ryan Reynolds really portrayed him.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I used to say it to my friends, when we were discussing, casting for Deadpool a year or two back. I said, Ryan Reynolds, he already did Deadpool. He played King in Blade 3. King was like an audition for Deadpool.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, King is like a Deadpool light.
Yeah. The thing that bugged me about that was that King wasn't really like that in the comics.
Yes, exactly. It's not that way. It's like grim and shit, man. I was like, okay, but I don't really care because Ryan Reynolds did him really well.
Yeah. That is a movie that I like better than I thought I would, and that was the Blade Trinity. I like that a lot more than I expected, and I like that whole movie trilogy in general. Yeah,
exactly. Basically, Blade opened up the doors for superhero genre as we know it today, which led to Spider-Man, which opened up the floodgates. So and all from non-Marvel Studios. Just gotta land it out there. There we have a character, Blade. Come on, guys.
Oh yeah,
Blade.
Yeah. There's no reason not to have Blade at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Blade is awesome.
And didn't the rights actually revert back for Blade?
Yes, in 2013 they reverted back, and Wesley Snipes said he was, once he got out of prison, he said he was willing to do reprise Blade, and they're also talking about the Blade TV series on Netflix.
Oh, I did hear about that. That would be awesome.
Yeah, so Blade is hot, so put him in the game, guys.
Yep. Well, and Ghost Rider. I think Ghost Rider could be cool in the game.
He's cool in comics, but so far I haven't seen any implementation of him work well, be it games or video.
Really? Yeah, I mean, well, okay. And I like him in Future Fight, but I like him just because of the way he looks and the whole motorcycle thing in Future Fight. But I don't use him on a regular basis. But I haven't played Future Fight in a long time.
Yeah. So basically, so far I haven't seen any good implementation at all of Ghost Rider because his character is pretty specific.
Yeah.
And so far none have been able to accurately portray it. And I not to diss on Nicolas Cage. I actually like him as an actor, but the last I think he did 3 Ghost Rider films, and the last 2 were really bad. But the first one was at least okay.
It was okay, but he's not the right person to be playing that role.
Yeah,
he was too old to begin with, and I know he loves superheroes. I mean, did you see any of the test footage from when he wanted to make that Superman movie?
No, I didn't. I heard about.
God.
I was like, what? Nicolas Cage's Superman? What's going on here, man?
He's obsessed with Superman, and so
who isn't, man? It's Soups, dude.
Yeah, so they actually have some test footage of him wearing what they were going to make the Superman outfit be.
Now I need to Google it, but just because of that.
It's, oh my God. In fact, I'm going to Google it and put the link in. Nicolas Cage. Superman.
Oh my God.
Oh, you got it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, holy crap, dude.
Well, so that's not even the worst part of it. There's part of it was it lights up. Like, there were like lights in the suit.
Holy crap, man. Why didn't he cut his hair, man? It's like, come on.
Because they were doing Superman. He wanted to do Superman right after the death of Superman, when Superman had the mullet.
Jesus.
Yeah, not
God,
good.
dude.
Not good. There's a whole documentary about it. and they showed this test footage with him. Here's a picture. No, that's not it. Wrong one. But there was like this test footage of him in this like glowing, really terrible, like filled with light bulbs outfit.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
They were like planning on doing some, crazy stuff from his ship or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Oh my God, yeah.
And if you see that documentary, and I think it's on Netflix, but if you see that documentary, you'll see it. They show him in the uniform with it lighting up and stuff. It is terrible. It like makes me want to punch people.
Yeah, I love that you're like Netflix. Netflix is like, we're Swedes, we pirate everything. It's like,
that's right. Well, you guys have Netflix in Sweden now.
Yes, but nobody uses it. Okay, there probably are some, dudes here and there that uses it because, but basically, we've been pirating for like, 15, 20 years, so it's like it's too late for us.
Gotcha.
It's good game. It's over. We ain't gonna change our wicked ways.
All right, so the name of the documentary is The Death of Superman Lives.
What?
That was the name of the movie. The name of the movie he was working on was Superman Lives.
Oh, okay.
And so the name of the documentary is The Death of Superman Lives.
I see. Clever pun.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Well, it's as clever as they can get.
Yeah, you're welcome, Games and Gains.
Yeah, where is Pirate Bay nowadays? Because they're not in Sweden anymore, right?
No, they're back in Sweden again.
Oh,
yeah, basically you can't stop free information, man. Information wants to be free.
Information definitely wants to be free.
Yeah, and I don't know if you know about this, guys, but, we have a European Parliament now. And every, EU country sends, representatives depending on their size in population. And, we sent pirates to European Parliament.
Yeah, there's a Pirate Bay party, right?
No, it's not actually a Pirate Bay party. It's actually a pirate party.
The pirate party. Okay.
Yeah. So we sent. I think we sent like a total of. I think like 50 or something delegates like that, and of those we sent 2 pirates.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, exactly. Like people can't stop the signal.
Nice.
So yeah, definitely. So yeah, we didn't even vote them into our parliament, but we sent them to the European Parliament to keep an eye on the evil, lawmakers.
Right. All right. So just before I forget, for you new guys who are new to the stream, I believe that's Too Fat 28 and Varula in particular. Hey, if you want to know when we stream again, go ahead and click the follow button there, and you'll get notified every time we stream. I promise not to spam your notification. I usually post a message in the morning and post a message in the evening on the day that we stream. This week, it looks like if I webcast again, and I see your message there, Game and Gains, and I'll comment in a second. This week, other than tonight, we will be streaming probably only Thursday, and it may be in the afternoon. So instead of 7 p.m. Eastern time, it is more likely to be something like 3 or 4 p.m. Eastern time for only a couple of hours.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. So for you Euro guys, yeah, it'll be nice and early.
Yeah, it's gonna be sweet, man. I'm gonna be like, what? It's night. No, it's night. No, it's night. No, it's 3 o'clock, dude. It's like, no, it's night. Yeah, definitely. Oh, and I don't know if you guys have heard this, but the guys that are directing the CW network, DC TV series, they've been contracted by Warner Bros. To do the DCU, the movie universe.
Really? Greg Berlanti and those guys?
Yep.
That is probably the smartest decision they have ever made.
Yep, agreed, man.
Oh, I did read something about a shakeup. Jeff Johns is going to be more involved too, from DC. He's the main editor, but he's awesome, right? So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Basically, it's really good news because Warner Bros. They are smart. They have all the rights for DC, so no problems there. And it's like, okay, the TV guys they're killing it. They're like awesome.
Yep.
So you know what? And we're failing in our movie guys. So let's kick them and hire them instead.
Right. Which is funny because that's what the fans have been saying for years.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Okay, granted, we don't know how well they will do in a TV medium versus a TV series medium, but hey, it can't be worse than it is now, man.
Right. Yeah, it's got to be good. So, hey, Menius, good to see you in the stream.
Okay, he says you can only hear one side of the conversation.
So, which side would that be? It probably depends on where you live.
The bearded dude or not the bearded dude?
Right. You can only hear the one of us with the headphones, right? Yeah, yours. What does that mean? We're both streaming here, so.
Yeah, he's probably talking to you, Kurt.
It could be.
Okay, Kurt is the one on the bottom. So,
right.
And I'm the one on the top. Yeah, take it how you wish.
That didn't come out the way I was expecting it was going to.
Yeah, me neither.
So, Menius, I don't know what to tell you, dude. Everybody else can hear everybody. The only thing they can't hear is music because, well, we're not playing music.
Yeah, try and refresh the stream and see if that works. Sounds like the help desk at any tech support. Right. Try restarting your computer.
You try turning it off and on again. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Have you pulled out the cables?
Yeah. Did you guys ever watch the IT Crowd?
No, I didn't actually.
It's a UK BBC production. Ran about, I want to say, 3 seasons, and it is all about an IT department, and it is funny as hell.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna actually check that up. Generally speaking, I don't have a lot of faith in British TV series, but with Musketeers, they've restored a little of my faith.
Okay, because I haven't seen Musketeers yet, so that's kind of on my list when I have extra time.
Yeah, it's a very nitty and gritty version.
Good.
Yeah, Rizalvin has a good point here. He would like to see Marvel risk a little bit by adding a cameo for a new complete comic book character in a movie. Dude, if they were to do that, it would probably be Kamala Khan, the new Miss Marvel.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great point. That probably is the one that would be most likely because she's killing it right now.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not a huge fan of the series personally because I'm old. So I prefer my hot chicks, Miss Marvel.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it feels like seeing a young chick, and I feel a bit dirty as well. So
yeah, it definitely feels. I mean, the Kamala Khan Ms. Marvel definitely feels like a diversity play for the sake of being diverse. But that being said, it's well written. So
the thing about it though, it has got great reviews, and also this time they did it right. Instead of just changing an existing character,
exactly.
They introduced organically a new character instead.
Yep.
Because I hate it when they change characters, like oh my god, I can't remember the name. In Daredevil, the news guy.
Oh, Ben Urich?
Yeah, Ben Urich. Yeah. Oh, he's a black guy. It's like, what?
Well, but they did that with Nicolas Cage. They did that with Johnny Storm in the last Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, exactly. It's there. I was like,
I said Nicolas Cage. I meant Nick Fury.
Yeah. And also, as I said, Johnny as well in the latest Fantastic Four as well. So it's like I hate it when they force it in that way. So yeah, better to organically grow it in instead, like Blue Marvel and Kamala Khan, which are great, ethnically diverse heroes. So yeah, definitely.
Where the hell did Blue Marvel come from? Because that's all I'm hearing about right now, and I apparently I missed something.
Yeah, Blue Marvel is awesome. He had a comic run back in 2008, I think. Yo, Scorpio.
Hey, Scorpio. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, basically he had a run, a limited run back in 2008. See, an interest check. And it was extremely well written, and it was really nice. Basically, why we hadn't seen him up until now was because he was active in the golden age, 50s and 60s. And then he was told to stand down by the president because he was too powerful. And, since he was such a Boy Scout, he did.
Okay.
Yeah, and he got pulled out by one of his arch nemesis returning, the Antimatter Man. Because Blue Marvel's powers is from, antimatter. So that pulled him out of hiding, and then he came back again.
Okay, so did that all happen during the whole Secret Wars Battle World stuff, or is that?
No, this is before.
Oh, it was before that. All right.
Yeah, this is in 2008, his limited run, and after that he fell off the radar for a year or two, and then he started appearing. He was jobbed out to different teams and different runs on comics, you make an appearance here and there until he landed his, first spot in, I think it was Mighty Avengers, back in the days.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he was with the Uncanny Avengers, I think. I can't remember. And now he has a spot in the Ultimates, I think it's called. So, yeah, definitely. He's worked his way into the limelight.
Yeah, it's just, I just recently have been just hearing a lot more about him. So it's just and mainly because probably because we finally pulled out of that crap storm that was Battle World.
Yeah, oh my god.
I can't.
And also
so annoyed with that. It was just terrible.
Yeah, the only good thing was Emperor Doom.
Sure, and I've got no issue with that. And I don't even care about the heroes from different times or eras or universes interacting with each other. I like that. I think that's cool. But they made each area and each comic so different and separate on its own that it was so hard to follow.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you. It was and it's split it up in so many, different series as well. So, generally speaking, when they're running, crossover series, they do it pretty well, actually, but this was badly handled.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just odd. But basically, Blue Marvel is the first Superman analog Marvel has created that actually works. That's why he's, seeing more and more limelight.
That's good.
Yes, and I agree here. Also, we have a good point here from Riselvin. They made the Negasonic Warhead a new character. It was kind of refreshing to watch a character that was new, and we didn't have to watch her backstory.
I thought, we didn't have to watch the backstory. That is awesome. She was new to the movie, but she was in the comics, wasn't she?
I've actually no clue. I have never heard of her before I saw the debut movie, so
neither had I.
So it wouldn't surprise me if it was a new character, but also, she's a mutant, and there are like a slew of mutants, running around.
Right. All right.
So I was like, probably it's, crappy mutants from, the 90s or something like that.
So, no, actually. Wait, let's see. 2001. Negasonic Teenage Warhead first appeared in New X-Men number 115, Grant Morrison's run with Frank Whiteley. So, great.
She was one comic and died, says Sylvain.
So the cool thing was, though, regardless, in the movie, she was awesome.
Yeah, actually, she was. I liked her as well, especially her classic teenager whiny what's it called
emo
goth chick.
Yeah, goth chick. Yep. So Scorpio is just asking what we're up to. Back to Spec Ops 1 Mission 3 farming, and was asking me if I managed to finish both sides. I did manage to finish both sides of Spec Ops 2. And that did not happen in the last stream, although I was well underway in the last stream. It was like 10:30 at night for me, and I wasn't ready to finish. So I had to wait until the next day to do it. And I wanted to finish it a little earlier because I didn't want to be stuck tonight with it not being done. So yeah, it's done. I've got both heroes. Just waiting for PvP to finish now.
Yeah, and Scorpio says, nice team up there. Two MAA2 giants. It's like,
giants!
Yeah. Hey, dude, how much conflicted directives are you worth?
Yeah, no kidding.
I hope you're worth a lot. Otherwise, team up more for you, man.
Yeah. Well, the energy just isn't there anymore.
True. We have to wait for next Spec Ops.
Right. All right. So, it looks like I got through all my red cells. Only 35 more of these.
I applaud your stamina. You are a brave individual.
Well, I just don't want to have to wait until they put the open all button. And honestly, I figure if I open them all right now, then there's a higher likelihood that tomorrow they'll release the open all button.
Yeah, that's actually true. And I've actually noticed the more cells you have, I don't know if this is just pure superstition, but generally speaking, the more cells I have, the higher grades of ISOs I get. When I only open 1 or 2 at a time for like a week, I just get crap. But when I open like 10 at a time, I generally get 1 good ISO from it.
Haven't noticed, but I'll let you know right now I'm getting just a bunch of crap. So, let's see. Yeah, well, at least that's 4-star.
I see. That's a 4-star.
Yep, that's all right. Another 3-star.
You see?
Yeah.
My method works.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you rub your belly while opening it, I promise you will get a 5-star. We're not at all superstitious here. Come on, 5-star.
And Scorpio, no, they haven't said anything about an update yet. But come on, PvP is going to be ending in a little over a week. There'll be an update coming, if for nothing else, than to release the new PvP. Oh, good.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of hero they will put out. Let's analyze the heroes they put out so far.
All right.
They put out, the first hero was Angela. She was a scrapper. and a free attacker.
Yep.
Then they put out Heimdall, which was a tactician and a buffer. And then they put out Miles Morales, which was, I think, an infiltrator.
Yes, he is an infiltrator.
Yeah. And as all infiltrators, high evasion, and, you know, he cares about himself only.
Right.
And then they put out
Nova?
Sharon Carter. Nova. No, yeah, you're right. Nova, which is a blaster. Yeah, and then they put out Sharon Carter, which is a tactician, which actually leaves a bruiser. Yep, a bruiser for next season, because they already put out 2 tacticians now, and they haven't even put out 1 bruiser. So probability for a bruiser would probably be at least 80% for next PvP season.
So then, who would that be?
Yeah, it's actually a good thing. Who would that be? So far, they put out very, low-key characters for the PvP season. So it will probably be a low-key hero, because they have put out Angela, Heimdall, Nova, and Miles Morales and Sharon Carter. Okay, out of those, 2 are gods. One is a cosmic character, and Miles Morales is a future character, and Sharon Carter is only, MCU-related character.
Right.
So, probably a street-level character, because they haven't put out a street-level character.
That's what I was kind of thinking, but I'm trying to think of who could that be. I mean, unless you make, like, Punisher a bruiser.
Yeah, Punisher wouldn't be a totally bad idea. It would fit in with the MCU as well, launching, Netflix Punisher.
Yep.
Yeah, you could probably make him a bruiser. Basically, you could probably make Punisher a tactician, bruiser, scrapper.
True.
You can probably make him anything, except maybe, an infiltrator, but,
Yeah. Yeah. So, because Salvin's saying maybe Jessica Jones.
I'm not too hot on that idea because I didn't really like the series, so. But, yeah. It's not a bad idea. They could put in Kamala Khan as well as a bruiser.
Boy, she doesn't feel like a bruiser though to me.
But she's tough.
She is tough, no question.
Yeah,
she's all rubbery and everything.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, but yeah, okay. Let's not go with the comics. Instead, focus a bit on the MCU. Okay, granted, all the heroes put out before Sharon Carter was comic based. So, but I'm thinking they're gonna do some MCU stuff. All the newest releases have been MCU stuff.
Yeah, so they could do because the only other person I was considering would have been Volstagg, but they're pretty heavy on Asgardians right now. So
yeah, definitely.
But Punisher's not a bad idea. I think Punisher is as close as we've come, and they really haven't. Well, they haven't done Jessica Jones.
Yeah, Jessica Jones, they could. Because it's probably going to be a street-level character, definitely.
Right. And they're not going to give us... Well, so, the other one they could give us in a complete twist, Kingpin.
Yeah, the thing about this, they haven't given us any villains.
Right. Nebula.
No, as PvP reward.
As PvP. Right, that's true.
So, that's why I didn't, because otherwise you have Elektra as well.
Right.
Okay, maybe not as a bruiser, but yeah.
Right.
But you have, and also, they could, not Strange as a bruiser, but, Strange is a possibility for later as well. But yeah, Yeah, basically, Scorpio, I got my rejuvenating when I was doing Heroic Chapter 1. But I got most from the ISO that you can buy in the shop. To answer your question, he was asking where do you get the rejuvenating. Basically, I would try to farm heroics, go back to chapter 1 and farm heroics, but it was such a slog. So I was like, press, buy in shop.
Right. Right, and I mean, I don't know about you guys, but certainly during Spec Ops, it seemed like I got so many fragments and whatnot. So
Yeah, Vortex, to ask you to answer your question, why not Electra? Because they haven't given us any villain in the PvP season rewards, just heroes, which is why no Electra. But yeah, definitely, and she's an infiltrator, not a bruiser. So most likely it's going to be like a bruiser as the next one. So, I mean, let's think outside of, New York. They have a lot of stuff to take from. They have Avengers, they have basically and a 4-star. Nice.
Yep. And another 4-star, but not the good 4 stars.
True.
So, yeah, I mean, because we can't I would go Ben Grimm, but
Oh yeah, Thing would be awesome, but they
Yeah.
can't use it. And also, they need to put in a bruiser that's actually a DPS character. They can basically all the bruisers we have in the game so far are mostly tanks. There's like non-support bruiser, there's no DPS bruiser, so we need a bruiser that's not a tank.
right. I've got an idea.
Okay.
But I'm looking up his name because I can't think of his name.
Cool.
Gorgon.
Yeah, I got it, man. Juggernaut.
Maybe.
Dude, Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. He's associated with the mutant IP.
Oh, is he?
Damn. Yeah,
Yep.
Magneto, Juggernaut. They're like long-term enemies of X-Men. And he's a villain as well, so,
Right.
yeah. But Gorgon, yeah, he's very less well-known, but to be fair, most of the heroes so far has been, not that well-known either.
Right.
Except Nova, but Nova is a pretty crappy character. So,
but they could do a Gorgon and then do a regular Inhumans Spec Ops and just tie them together. I think that'd be
oh yeah,
cool.
That's a nice idea. I like it.
Yeah.
I like how you think. It's a very good idea.
Or just give us Lockjaw as a bruiser.
Mm-hmm. You could do Black Bolt, but he's the definition of a blaster, so.
Right.
Oh yeah, Rizovina actually got a good idea here. Power Man, the new Power Man.
Oh, the new Power Man.
Yeah, that's a good bruiser.
I still have a hard time with that. And the fact that we call Hank Pym Hank Pym.
Yeah, dude, don't remember. Oh, yeah. Oh, Hulkbuster as well. Not a bad idea either, man.
Oh, Hulkbuster. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea.
Mm-hmm. But this is a very high profile, so I don't think they will release him in PvP cells. They only do low-key heroes that are not that well known.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. But yeah, Power Man is a pretty low-key hero actually. We have Power Man, we have Gorgon. What more?
Yeah, well, Punisher is the other one we were thinking about.
Punisher, yeah, definitely.
Well, the other thing they could do is they could go, they could do what MAA1 did and go Runaways and give us Molly for a bruiser.
Yeah, Molly Hayes.
Yep.
Definitely. Yeah, Molly Hayes she's hardcore, and she's definitely a DPS bruiser.
Right. That's exactly why I was thinking about that, is because you were mentioning a DPS bruiser.
Yeah, because we don't need more tanks as bruisers.
No.
We need other stuff. We need support, we need the healers, we need DPS. It's like, there's no bruiser that fills that role. You can make a case for maybe, some, but, they're mostly built as, whoa. Red Hulk.
Yeah, he mentioned that earlier. One of the guys mentioned that earlier. So isn't Red Hulk still considered kind of a villain? Well, he's an in-betweener, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But hey, I'm not against it. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say, probably due to the general, perception of him being a villain. Yeah, it's not a huge chance for that.
And if we're going villain, I'm still going back to Kingpin.
Yeah, if you go on villain, bruiser, yeah, street level. Yeah, and Red Hulk is not street level either, man.
Right.
So yeah, if you're gonna villain, you're definitely going with Kingpin, man.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you give us Red Hulk and you're gonna get another Hulk that isn't good.
Yeah. And also, he's definitely not street level, and they basically, so far, they're missing street level on the PvP rewards, so got everything else covered right now.
Right.
So, Bruiser, most likely, street level, most likely, and, Gorgon, maybe not that much street level, but Punisher, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
So, and Villain, yeah, definitely Kingpin. He would be a really good addition.
Yep. Yeah, because we've got a couple of villains, but not through PvP, right? So, so then the question is, how do we get other villains? Well,
Chapter 4, Mr. Hyde.
Right, because we only get villains from chapter rewards.
Yeah, and Chapter 5 for sure, Loki.
Yeah, it's got to be Loki, right?
Yeah, it's gotta be Loki, man. Basically, it's an Asgardian-inspired chapter. So, with Sif, Valkyrie, and Jane Foster, Thor. So, yeah, Loki's definitely gonna be the villain. If it's not, I'm gonna be super shocked. It could be Destroyer as well, but, I don't think so.
I hope not.
Yeah, but basically, I like Destroyer. I think it's really cool. Who doesn't love a giant robot with, all powerful destroying powers?
I suppose. So, yeah, I wish they'd let us open up the Chapter 4 thing just to see more detail.
Coming soon.
Soon.
Yeah, guys, for us, it's been playing since December. It's like it's been coming soon for 6 months.
Right.
Oh, Rhino. Nice. Yeah, street level villain, Rhino.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. That's an awesome suggestion. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
He's definitely a bruiser as well. Ooh, Sandman.
Yeah, would Sandman be a bruiser?
Yeah,
what would
probably.
He? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What would he be?
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely. Sandman is definitely street level as well. Basically, most of Spider-Man's enemies and Daredevil's enemies are street level, so take your pick.
Right.
So, yeah.
I'm trying to think it just seems... I'm also trying to think of, potential storylines and whatnot that they could be introducing that we just haven't really touched on. Because we got... let's face it, we've got... Sinister Six in the first chapter. We got basically Iron Man, Captain Marvel in the second chapter with MODOK.
Yeah, AIM in the second chapter.
Yeah, AIM. Yeah, and then Guardians of the Galaxy in the third chapter. There's something. And what are they saying? Chapter 4? I can't even see it. Looks like She-Hulk and Avengers.
Yeah, they have Melter and Hyde in it. And it looks like, if you check the picture.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was kind of looking at.
Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah, we can't see it here.
Let me see.
Who is... I see, it looks like Baron Strucker fighting there, or is it Strange?
Well, we've had Baron Strucker, though, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to... I can't zoom in on that.
Yeah, it's too bad. Yeah, but we know we're going to get Hyde there as the villain reward. So, yeah, definitely.
They actually have said that?
Yeah, they've said that we're going to get Hyde, Mr. Hyde. He's going to be a bruiser with a mode. He's going to have 2 modes, a DPS mode and a tank mode.
Oh, right. Yeah, I did read that. Well, so if they're doing Hyde, then it would seem that this would have a pretty big shield influence.
I don't know, actually. I haven't read that much about Hyde as a villain in Marvel.
No, but he's been on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Hyde?
As Daisy's dad.
Was that Hyde?
Let me double check here. Daisy's dad.
Daisy's dad.
You laugh, but the first thing that came up when I typed in Daisy's dad was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Calvin Zabo.
Yeah, but the thing about Doctor Strange is he's not street level Vortex, which is why, it probably won't.
Let's see.
No, Doctor Strange is not street level Resolving.
I'm just looking in here because, oh, you know what? In the comics he was Dr. Hyde, but I'm trying to think if the Marvel Cinematic Universes call him that at all.
Maybe the shot knows this. Tiger Shark, in the latest Spec Oops. Yep. Where is he from? I have no clue where he's from. I never read anything about him.
I know I've seen him in some comic before.
Yeah, it was like total shock. I was like, what? Or do we have a DC villain here? I was guessing he was a Spider-Man enemy because he has like Rhino, Vulture, stuff like that. So animal-inspired villains.
Right.
So maybe like a Spider-Man enemy? Because I have no clue where Tiger Shark is from.
Man, I'm trying to think too. I know I've seen him. I just don't remember. Maybe just a C-level Avengers villain. But
yeah.
So the link I put in there is Mr. Hyde from the comics, which if that's the same guy that you're talking about, his real name is Calvin Zabo, and that was Daisy's dad in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
What?
And if you remember, he would flip out, like he went all rage.
Yeah. I was strong and everything, but I didn't really see Mr. Hyde in him.
Yeah.
Okay, that was an interesting Easter egg.
Yeah. So if they're going to make him part of that, maybe we see Quake. You see Daisy in the game finally. You got to figure she's coming.
Yeah, sooner or later she should be coming, definitely.
That's another one from that they could be introducing at some point is Deathlock.
Yeah, Deathlock. Yeah, you could. It's probably a blaster though.
But almost certainly a PvP win, I would think.
Yeah, definitely, because he's pretty not well known unless you happen to read comics in the 90s.
Right.
When they, came out after Terminator movies and stuff like that, and they really pushed for him then. I really liked him back in the days, man. When I was younger.
Yep.
His runs was pretty good, actually.
Yeah. I think his comic came out at the same time as Darkhawk and Sleepwalker and those when they were trying to kind of Deathlock is older than that, but try to introduce some new characters for everybody.
Ooh, yeah, definitely. I wonder Moon Knight if he has any allies he's been working with, because he's like literally the only Bruiser that can actually do some DPS in the game. So I wonder if he have some if he has some friends he teams up with or anything, because Moon Knight is very street level as well.
Yes. Moon Knight originally really was the Batman analog for
definitely
for Marvel. So I'm not as familiar with more recent incarnations of Moon Knight since he went crazy and got all like split personality thing. But before that, I think he teamed up a few times with Deadman.
Deadman?
Yeah. Boston Brand. He's that dude who could, he's a ghost, basically, but he could take over. Oh, that's DC. Never mind. Wow.
Yeah, I was like, what?
No, I'm completely wrong on that. Who else was
Ooh, Taskmaster would be nice.
Oh,
that's pretty street level.
But Taskmaster is definitely a chapter win.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But he's pretty street level, man.
Yep.
Damn it, man. I have two good villains, man. I can't really think of any hero.
Yeah. Well, and again, they've taken a whole lot of heroes away from us, right? So.
Yeah, the very recognizable ones. Yeah, because Thing otherwise, he would sure, be a PvP reward man. Mr. WWF or whatever it's called. Champion.
Yes, right. God. Talk about the 90s.
Yeah, but, everybody loves his blue eyes in the ring.
Yep.
Yeah, so definitely. Oh, now I know what I would love to see in the game, man. Oh, dude, Fear Itself variants, man.
Oh,
yeah, it would be awesome. Fear Itself Hulk.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah, but to be fair, though, we had touched upon this earlier, worth this, basically how they did them in MMA1, I really don't want to see that in MMA2 because they're basically must-haves.
Those are the worthies, right? So
Yeah, they're the worthies. But MMA1 are, they didn't go with the real characters. They just put,
whoever the heck they wanted to make worthy, right?
Yeah, it's basically, let's give this character a super upgrade and make this character actually, worthy to be used.
And I can't remember. See, I think I may have read Fear Itself at one point, but I can't remember much about it. So I know in MA1 they made like Mockingbird a worthy, right?
Yeah, they did.
And
Spider-Woman as well.
yeah, and they weren't worthy in the comics, right?
Yeah, no, they were not. The worth in the comics were like big ass bruisers, man. Hulk, Juggernaut, Thing, guys like that.
Was that when Cyclops became the Juggernaut?
No,
not Cyclops. Oh my God, it's getting late. I'm blanking. Colossus. That's exactly who I was thinking of.
No, that was before.
Okay.
Yeah, basically what happened was, Kane, got rid of the gem and Colossus had to pick it up for, something, lame he needed to do, and he made a deal with Sitorak to, be his champion if he gave him power for whatever they needed him to do at that point. And, So, yeah, it's pretty hard actually finding, good, Brucey characters.
Yeah, I think we probably have named the ones.
Yeah, it's pretty hard actually. If you're just gonna keep it to street level and and no non-villains as well,
right?
There are not that many bruises that they have access to. But Colossus will be a super nice bruiser, but he happens to be an X-Man, so they can't use him. Basically, mutants have a lot of bruisers, man.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, wait, Captain Britain. Oh, well, he's not street level. No. Because most bruises are like super cool and hard. They're like Thing, Hulk, Britain, Hyperion, Sentry. That are the most, bruiser-based characters.
Don't say Sentry.
Yeah, I know. I should. Okay, edit that one out. Yeah, exactly. But I'm actually pretty happy with what they went with on Hyperion. When he and Thor went out to, stop whatever there was, stopping the Beyonders.
Yep.
And, they went out in a bang. I was like, that was awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the Captain Britain thing is interesting, except he has so close ties with mutants. With the whole Excalibur thing.
Ah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, he could probably be considered a mutant type, actually. Sadly.
He could be, yeah, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? It's an interesting question.
Yeah.
And
then you could go Wendigo.
Yeah, Wendigo, very nice.
Alpha Flight.
Alpha Flight, yes.
But they're all mutants.
Yeah, they're all mutants as well. Yeah, damn, man. I didn't think they had so many mutants, man. Even if you think of, the Great Lakes Avengers as well. Basically, all of them are mutants as well.
Yeah. Well, are they? Yeah, they probably are, aren't they?
Yeah. Squirrel Girl, Doorway Man, whatever it's called.
Yeah, so Salvin's asking, would Silver Surfer still not be available? Yeah, because he's definitely a Fantastic Four property.
Yeah, oh yes.
And they used him in the movie. So, as much as we want to forget that movie, they used him.
I actually liked it just because Silver Surfer was in it.
I thought they did okay with Silver Surfer, but the whole Galactus thing really
infuriated me. Yeah, it was pretty odd, man. The smoke shit coming towards the planet was like, what?
Yeah, and somebody, I heard some podcast or something where somebody's going, no, he wasn't actually a pile of clouds. He was just so big that you couldn't see him or something. It's like, shut up.
Yeah. No. You know there's like no air in vacuum, right?
Right.
So there can't really be any, clouds. Okay, you can make an argument for he sucked up the rings of Saturn on his way in or stuff like that and, trailed it. But, you're grasping, man. You're reaching.
Well, and let's face it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with Salvin. Run out of money.
Yeah. And if you've got Galactus, you show Galactus.
Yeah, or
you
at least,
have to.
a hand or, face or anything, man. It's Galactus, dude.
I mean, if they if they just done like that one scene with Galactus looking down and reaching down towards the Silver Surfer, that would have been awesome. But
Yeah,
and I'm not saying give him a big purple pointed hat. You're gonna have to tweak him to make him suitable for film, but he's not Clouds.
Yeah, actually, let's go with a villain. Yeah, I know they haven't put one out yet for, PvP rewards, but they need to up the dose of, introducing villains into the game. They can't just introduce them with chapters, because that's going to take way too long.
Right. So that if they're doing that, I'm going Kingpin.
Yeah, definitely Kingpin. I agree with you, man. But there's so many good villains, man.
Yeah.
Rhino, for example. Wow, that would be an awesome villain as well. So because basically, think about it, there's super many villains in the game that are really nice. Yeah, Ronan. Okay, he's not street level though, but yeah, Ronan.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah, Ronan definitely would be cool. Yeah, I think going street level is not a bad idea. I think that's more likely.
Yeah, I think that's more likely as well, because they haven't put out a street level as a PvP reward yet. So definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah, Rhino, Kingpin, probably not an Electra as a bruiser.
Oh, right. Probably not as a bruiser.
No, probably not. I wonder who else they have as a bruisers.
So Salvin's asking about Venom or Agent Venom, which again, I think that'd be great depending on the deal with Spider-Man, right? It's just how much are they able to use?
Yeah, definitely.
Specifically Agent Venom. I think
Lizard Man.
Lizard? Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
He's definitely a bruiser as well.
Yeah.
And it's already in the game as well, so pretty easy to do. But yeah, I'm gonna have to put my vote on Venom. Who doesn't like running around with Venom, man?
Yeah. And the animations would be pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Can you imagine? Oh, wow. If you're listening, if you put Venom in as your PvP reward for Season 5, I'm going to level him straight away. And day 1, I'm going to do a character spotlight on him.
Nice.
Straight away, man. The Venom has been... Eddie Brock variant. Nobody else. Eddie Brock variant.
All right.
Yeah, Eddie Brock, man.
Not Flash Thompson?
No Flash Thompson. I really don't like the Agent Venom dude. Oh, Ares. Ares you can put in, man.
Ares would not be a bad choice, too.
Yeah, he's not really street level, but, he's a bit more, down to earth. He's not like the other gods in the game. He's, like, using guns and shit.
Well, if you're going that way, then I'm going Volstagg.
Volstagg?
Yeah, he'd be fun. He'd be, the big fat guy, one of the Warriors 3.
Yeah, I know. But,
I don't know
really?
what he'd be able to do except absorb stuff, but...
Yeah, but to be fair, though, he's pretty low-key, man. And every we've done so far is like, give us Venom or give us death.
Right.
So, yeah, definitely. And he would fit in with a bit of the, Asgardians to going on, and would be a pretty, easing into, Chapter 5 and Loki and Sif and all those.
Yep, that's true. Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, but dude, Venom, man. That would be awesome.
All right, so we are coming up on 10 o'clock. It's got about 10 more minutes, and I have not taken a bio break, so I'm going to wrap this up a little bit early. So let's see. When do you think you'll have your next tea time video?
It's probably going to happen tomorrow or the day afterwards. Total Warhammer has its release tomorrow, so we'll see.
Okay.
So
that's awesome. What's your YouTube username? Because I just don't remember. I've got a bookmark.
Good Games.
Okay. So so go to his YouTube channel, watch his tea time videos. They're awesome, and all the other videos he's got. Because, well, they're up there. And otherwise, guys, keep an eye on Reddit. I'm going to really try to do some streaming on Thursday afternoon, but it's going to be earlier. It's not going to be the same time, and I'm not doing it tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, I've got a concert to go to for my little girl. So, my little girl who turned 18. So,
Rats?
Not so little anymore. Yeah.
I'm just gonna poke in something there. You think you can manage to download and watch Civil War until Thursday?
I will try.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's on my list of things to do. It's just a matter of I can get through all my other things to do. So
yeah, I really want to hear your views of the movie. Actually, it's going to be really interesting.
I do too, because I haven't seen it. So, all right. So, guys, thank you all for coming out tonight again. Thank you for joining me again, co-hosting. It always makes the time go by fast, and it's a lot more fun this way. So, all right. So you need to get some sleep because I know it's really late over there.
Yes, I'm falling asleep the last half hour. But everybody, thank you for coming out to the to the stream. Yeah, I'm tired. And we had an interesting discussion about who's going to be the next PvP season reward.
Yep, that sounds good. And so if you're not done with Spec Ops, sorry. If you're not done with PvP, you got 9 days. Get going on it. All right, we'll talk to you later. See you guys.